Warning. The views and thoughts and opinions of just enjoy.
Welcome to the Shadowcast, where we, producer Dan, Matt, and myself get together every Sunday at 7 p.m. to discuss our thoughts on the latest in movies, action figures, 3D printing, and other aspects of geek culture. We also produce 1/12 scale props that can be found on our website, shadowmoses112.com. Tonight, we're doing Creator Spotlight, where we shed more light on some of the amazing creators, photographers, and collectors in our community. Tonight, we're joined by Edwin, aka TGVahn on Instagram, who's a photographer, podcaster, and veteran. Matt, take it away.
Wow.
Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday.
I'm surprised.
I don't match Pete's enthusiasm, but I never do, so don't be surprised by that.
No, that's just your speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
know.
As Pete said,
for the record, I had my alarm going off at 6:45. I was like, all right, I'm going to type up this thing. And then nothing wanted to come up. My camera wasn't working.
Yep.
My makeshift. You should see what I have here.
Yep.
I have like a 3D print holding up my camera, which is pathetic.
That literally happens every time.
Oh,
100%. Every
not
time.
for me.
So, okay. My apologies, Edwin.
Well,
I'll do better next time.
No, you're good. You're good.
To be fair, you have a mic and a laptop, and I have 80 things running.
Right.
And Pete's got 17 things running.
I had Blender running.
True. It's true.
But
I
that's
had
not
SketchUp,
podcast-centric.
Photoshop.
Anyway, our guest. I'm being so rude. Would you like a drink?
Yeah, Dan, you're not even on camera.
Nobody wants to see me on camera in my Jalen Hurts
Nobody-
jersey. Hey, by the way, did you
nobody
guys
wants
know
to see
LeBron
me.
James is going to be in Philadelphia 76ers? Did you guys know that? Sorry.
I don't get the point of that.
Well, we'll talk later. Anyway,
This ain't no sports podcast.
it is whatever I say it is.
It could be bad.
Anyway, no, it's awesome to have a guest. It's been a little while. So one of the things I wanted to ask is it's still a relatively new podcast that you're doing. How is that going? And that
Financial mistakes, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying doing that?
As of right now, yesterday we had our episode number 6, which we didn't exactly have a guest on per se. We had one scheduled, but things happen. So we pivoted and just opened up yesterday's stream to basically the guests being the audience, the chat, whoever wanted to stop on by, and invited them on camera, and just nothing. Obviously, I didn't have any questions because it was opened up to everybody.
Sure.
So it was just a chill little 2-hour session with the community that we're trying to build up, and anybody else that's wants to stop on by, wants to be a part of it. So far it's been pretty good. I think the overall reception from those that have seen it and have been talking about it and wanting to be involved with it, it's been very positive. We've gotten a lot of feedback. We've definitely gotten a lot of interest because we're definitely booking out. We're trying to basically do two episodes a month roughly.
Okay.
So that's basically 2 guests a month. And we're already booking out, I think, almost into almost into next year as of right now. So, and our goal is to basically, like, we don't want just obviously like the big names in the community, you know, the toy collecting community, the toy photography community, or the prop making community. You know, we also want, you know, just your freaking everyday regular person that's part of the community as well. So, you know, we're throwing that net out there. We've gotten, you know, we've approached people. We've had people come approach us. So, you know, overall it's been pretty good. With Tats and it's sort of like a yin yang type thing. You know, he's obviously very upfront. He can be loud, which is a good thing.
Nobody on the show like this.
And yeah. So it's you know, it works out because we balance each other out more or less. And he's, you know, this all came up off the ground basically because, you know, he initiated everything. Like, I was on for the financial mistakes, was just like, you know, it was his baby initially, started it up. And I was on the very first episode, and then just after that, you know, we vibed so well, we hit it off from that point on. And, you know, he just hit me up and was just like, hey, you know, you want to keep doing this with me? And I had never done anything like this at all before. You know, so far I had just been over there in the corner snapping photos, you know, doing my thing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, here we are now. I like to think it's going pretty well so far. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, I saw you at 𝗫𝗵𝗵𝗵 Prime on there, and 𝗫𝗵𝗵𝗫 is one of the people that I used to watch a lot of on YouTube just to like get familiar with figures. Like, do I want this? Do I not want this? So yeah, that's a really cool guest to have. So basically, for anyone who isn't aware, this is Financial Mistakes is a podcast where you're going over gear, technique. Like, can you just kind of summarize it? Like, I don't want to speak incorrectly about exactly what it is.
So we try to, the way we try to, for lack of a better word, market it, I guess, is that, you know, we don't just want to talk about basically what everyone else, you know, talks about, which is, you know, not exactly a bad thing. You know, we kind of want to build our own little corner in what's already existing out there.
Sure.
So we go over, you know, try to give a refresher because on individuals in the community, because, you know, everybody's been around for so long. You know, toy collecting has been such obviously a big thing for so many years, and there's always new people coming into the hobby, whether they're the collectors, whether they're photographers, whether they're, you know, they're printing and making their own stuff to sell to the photographers and collectors, you know. So the way we try to approach it is just like, hey, like, you know, you may have heard about such and such, like example for 𝗫𝗵𝗵𝗵, you may have heard about 𝗫𝗵𝗵𝗵, you may, you know, from past videos and all this stuff, but, you know, who is 𝗫𝗫𝗵𝗵𝗵, you know? So we try to give a bigger scope and try to be like, you know, maybe you didn't know this about him, you know, maybe you were, for whatever reason, you know, you had some thoughts or feelings about him, but, you know, maybe now after sitting down, watching this episode, maybe you'll have different thoughts and feelings about the guy, you know? So it's like, we try to go a little bit past just like the hobby and try to highlight the person that's in the hobby, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that totally does. We're shallow here, so no.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
I had a question. My question was, you and Tats, I feel like Tats came out of nowhere. One day, me and Chad are talking 𝗖𝗍𝗆𝗆 1975, and he was like, man, have you seen this video from this guy Tats? He's like beefing with this group and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what's going on? I don't care, but I watched it. I was like, hey, that's kind of fucking funny. Yeah, like, I'm glad he pointed that out. And so that's how I was introduced. How did you get introduced to Tats? How'd you guys get in that conversation? How'd you become the first guest leading up to that point?
All right. So
Tats, by the way.
Yeah, big shout out to my guy over there, who I like to affectionately tell him he's the loudspeaker for a lot of things, which is good, which is a good thing. So pretty much there's one individual that is pretty much responsible for everything that's happened, all this unity, all this coming together. See how I can get into this. When it comes to my photography, you know, when I put myself up there and throw my stuff out there, the lens that I view it from comes from basically not just my background, my experiences, and obviously everything that I grew up reading in terms of, you know, comics, watching cartoons, watching all the different movies, all the shows, everything all combined, and then putting that through a lens of just basic, you know, human decency, you know, human morality. And unfortunately nowadays that can be construed and taken as being you know, the word that they like to throw around a lot and say is basically, oh, you're just being woke, and, you know, stuff like that. And you know what, if me being a decent person and caring about shit is me being woke, then, you know, okay, I guess I'm full blasted with the woke mind virus or whatever it is they freaking like to say.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to that, you know, you have specific individuals within the community that unfortunately like to stoke a lot of negativity onto the individuals that like to shine spotlights on, you know, that morality, on the injustices that's going on. And there's one person in particular, you know, he just was extremely vocal about, you know, what he was perceiving as being wrong in his eyes, or shouldn't belong in any of the hobbies to begin with, right? And you know, this person, all right, he just, I'm trying really hard not to delve,
I mean, go ahead,
you know, too much into it.
Well,
But-
I mean,
but
if
pretty
it's also
much-
not something you want to focus on, you don't have to go into it. Seriously.
Yeah, no, because it's a lot and it's important. But he was pretty much like the linchpin, because, you know, one of my particular shots that I had put up and posted, and I think it was like one of the various Facebook groups or something like that. He caught wind of it. You know, he shared it to his own page. Basically, started, you know, talking his rhetoric about it and all that stuff, and that got me basically pulled into that entire debacle, that entire side of debate inside, you know, the toy community and all that stuff. Because up until that point, I was pretty much just minding my own business. You know, I was still very supportive of the things I was seeing, you know, whether it be the in terms of the toy activism, you know, whether it was like the anti-ice stuff, whether it was, you know, advocating for trans rights and all this other stuff that was going on, that people were using their photography as a means to help, you know, push that message out.
Right.
So him getting involved in all that and basically, you know, started talking about my stuff, that's what pretty much pulled me into everything. And I started to learn more about, you know, that individual. I started to learn more about the overall quote unquote debate that was ongoing, that had been ongoing within the collecting and toy photography community concerning the whole, you know, toy activism issue. And in that process, that's when I ended up finding out about Tats and a bunch of other artists and creators, you know, within that circle. And it was basically, you know, we all just started getting to know each other a lot more better, because we were basically becoming united, you know, for lack of a better term, becoming united against this, you know, these people that were going out of their way, you know, to try and spin what was being done for a positive thing. You know, they were trying to spin it into something that it obviously wasn't, because, you know, the one thing that likes to be said and done when it comes to that is basically, you know, what we say and what we do, it's not so much that like we're trying to force it on other people. We're just trying to have other people be more aware about it so that they can be informed, fully informed, and then from there, you know, make their own decisions, you know, instead of just going off one or two things that they may have heard or that they constantly hear from one source, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it does.
So that was basically, it was a bit long-winded, but I haven't really, you know, mentally, I haven't really, this is the first time I'm kind of like putting everything together in terms of timeline and all that stuff, but more or less that's pretty much it. Like, you know, that's how it all started. So like, you know, I don't want anybody to think that, oh, like it's not a case of me having started to be more prolific about it just because like I was targeted or anything like that.
Right.
It's like this is something that I was always kind of doing and leaning into.
Yeah.
And once somebody came and basically tried to, you know, kick my stuff over, that's when I was like, hey, can't do that. I'm not going to let you do that, you know? So I just started basically doing what I was doing even more. So,
yeah.
But can you guys see me even though the screen can't?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I
All
continue.
right. Hi. It's very interesting. First of all, I wanted to shout out 𝗵𝗔𝗀𝗻 on YouTube.
My wife? Yeah.
Oh, well, that would be. You're creating pieces that provoke thought and challenging toxic ideologies, and clap, and she would be correct. I have a similar issue. I'm not going to mention. Matt is well aware of it. Pete's a little aware of it. Matt's more well aware of it. It's very similar where instead of facing you face to face like they seem to be with you, he's created 6 or 7 accounts and is hiding behind them at various times. Oh, I got 35 pages of screenshots. And he's doing it's a script, man. It's the same thing. You've gone woke. I have not changed. I've grown up. I've evolved. I have not changed. I'm just not an asshole. I don't know what to tell you. And it's just weird to me that I'm trying to tiptoe around this as well. A group of folks that follow the same regurgitation and scripts are saying that that's a problem. I literally
the irony of trying to make woke derogatory is crazy.
I cannot get around it. Misty said in Twitch, on Twitch, woke just means not an asshole. Like I don't get it. Yes, Ren, someone is obsessed with me. Yes.
That's another thing too. Like they and when I say they, I mean those individuals who like to partake of those, you know, the derogatory stances and that kind of rhetoric. You know, they especially love to latch on to those cute buzzwords, you know, because it just oversimplifies, you know, what their intent is, you know, because they can't really come to terms with like you said, like, okay, you think I'm woke, but all I'm doing is just being a decent freaking person. Like, I mean, come on.
Well, I feel like it's also shifted from a passive kind of wokeness, more just awareness, to now how we're vocal about it and we are clear in our intentions and that we feel this way. And like woke used to just be kind of a little jab of a term because like, oh, you acknowledge that's cute. But now like it has become a point where like they're making an active decision to ignore, not just it's not an absence of consideration. It's literally ignoring things now. And and that's also why this whole anti-woke movement is more problematic, because now they're making a decision actively to not acknowledge people, to not acknowledge different sexualities, people who identify differently, ethnic groups and everything. Like it's now like, no, I'm choosing to just ignore you.
Yeah, well, because when you think about it honestly, like it to me, you know, this is my opinion. it just comes off almost as an anti-intellectual movement of sorts, because especially like a recent example, if you look at what the news, what happened with the freaking Smithsonian Museum, freaking, you know, this current administration has been fighting back and forth with the freaking museum just because the museum is choosing to portray history as, you know, as it was friggin' played out, as it was written, as it was done. And they got into the levels of pettiness that I believe that they were like installing signs outside the museum, basically stating, you know, the views and topics within the museum are not in alignment with the president or the view of this administration or whatever, something like that. And it's just that's like, when you see stuff like that, that's just been constantly ongoing, it's just it's ridiculous. Honestly, it's like almost feels as if like these past couple of years, maybe even a little bit more, that, you know, real life has just been some kind of parody, you know?
Yeah. But
You're not wrong. Not to dox us or anything, but we're very close to DC. I think most. Yeah.
I will say that Pete made me lose my train of thought.
Sorry. Choo choo.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take a second if you want to get back on track. It's I'm glad you brought up the Smithsonian thing, because and your wife said on YouTube, it's like we're going backwards, and I just, to tack on to what Matt was saying, nothing, and I want to be clear, Matt didn't say anything wrong, but it's like if you squirrel, exactly. If they were ignoring them, then maybe just shut up and ignore them then. Like, don't make it your personality to want to end their existence or erase them. There's like, yeah. I don't there's other things going on, guys. Like, that should not.
It just never ends. Yeah, it's just a hypocrisy revolving door. It's fucking crazy.
I was trying not to go deep into it, but it all mixes into, and I mean, we're in it now, but it mixes back into the what I have been raised and been told that were talking points for a side for years about smaller government, cheaper prices, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You didn't want to see me, VG. It's fine. Here, I'll do this.
The government should be as big as it needs to be, as long as it's a government that represents my views.
Yeah, but they've backtracked on all of that. It's about the kids. Well, no, the kids are not being taken care of. You don't care. The lower gas prices. Well, that's out the window. Lower groceries. That's well out the window.
What are groceries, according to the president?
Yeah, what are groceries? Well, it's a word that begins with G that we just made up the word. No, the word's been around for long. Anyway,
always pick them up.
I never been to a grocery store. No kidding. I don't read a book. We know. Everything I was told, and I've been shut down upon for 30 years or more. Trust me, it's more. We've just given up on. It's gone. There's no going back. Like, you're not. There's the regular arguments and discussions, if we can ever get back to that, are out the window now. I'm so mad. I'm holding back, man.
Dialogue and rhetoric with intent and meaning behind it is gone.
Yeah,
like Obama wasn't perfect, but man, it was nice to have someone who could speak.
Listen. George W. looks intelligent now. I'm sorry. Like, I remember even my mom used to be a little more righter than center, but she's come like almost all the way back over. It's the religion thing, but I love her. Some other time, but
anywho,
wait, hold on. Don't cut me off track. No, you did. It's gone. Never mind. Bye. It went away.
It joined my train.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. No, it's okay. I'm on the back. You can go now.
I wanted to redirect the conversation as all. So I do see that one, you're very active in your photography, so I applaud you for finding the time and taking the time to do that. I also like how in so many of your shots you have like that little behind the scene kind of add on, where it's either the video where you just kind of do a quick pan, well, you do a relatively quick pan over from your layout and everything from that bird's eye view or whatever side view or angle you're going at, and then how it looks on camera to the final product. But I also like how, as you mentioned it, you use your photography to kind of portray like what we're going through currently and your stances on it. So how do you find, like, how do you kind of separate that from, and maybe you don't, but for me, like, I have to kind of distract myself from just thinking about these things all the time because they just kind of eat at me. But like, you'll have ice in a significant number of your shots. And how do you kind of process that in a way that doesn't feel tense or bringing on more anxiety?
Well, I think for me, and obviously it's, you know, everyone has their own coping mechanism and all that stuff. But for me, I think I'd say that the photography that I'm making, especially when I do make it relevant to current events, that is for me my way of venting out the built up anxiety that I have, you know, being able to give in a manner of speaking, being able to give voice to, you know, that what I have inside, because otherwise, you know, throughout the day, you know, I am on the news feed, you know, I'm seeing everything that's happening. I'm keeping abreast of everything because, you know, as much as I would like to tune it out, as much as I would like to lessen it, especially with this current administration, you know, I feel like, you know, anything that I'm not aware of, especially with how hard that they try to slip things under, exactly, and to try to get things past people, you know, I want I feel like I have to, you know, surround myself in that to that degree, because I need to be aware of, you know, what all is happening, what is going to happen, you know, what they're trying to make happen, because, you know, not only as a Puerto Rican, but as somebody who served for this country, you know, and has a family, and I've got 3 young boys growing up in this country, I have a very vested interest in what's going on, you know, the direction that things are going to go in. So again, just going back to the photography, you know, being able to push that out there in that way, for me, that is the outlet, and that's kind of what keeps me balanced. And that, and the fact that, like, you know, I do mix in, obviously, just, you know, the regular run of the mill photography as well, you know, the regular superhero stuff, which again, you know, was always the reason for me getting into it to begin with. But then to me, it just felt like a natural progression of taking those heroes that I love, that I, you know, love reading about, love photographing, and then being like, you know, what if, you know, these heroes were around, you know, what would they be doing? What would they be acting like, you know?
Yeah.
So that for me, that's kind of how it works out, you know?
That makes sense. And I can understand, because like a lot of people use art to kind of process and vent through things. So no, that's real. I like your answer on that.
My favorite thing though, Matt, is the people that are like, I remembered the point I was going to go to. Well, why does art have to be political? Did we skip art class? Like we all went to the same classes in elementary school.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Art
as a medium.
Star Trek's political now and woke.
Yeah, that's a favorite one that they like to run to. But art as a medium is meant to be provocative. It's meant to be thought provoking. It's meant to touch upon things that normally, we as normal people wouldn't exactly interact or view it through a normal lens. It's meant, for both good and ill. That's why you have so many different, art styles, where we're talking print media, talking people, painting, we're talking people creating stories, we're talking people making movies, film, all that stuff, all of it, all of that artistic nature, it's not that it really annoys me a little bit. I'll admit it when people do make that statement that, like, it's like, if you're trying to say that, that it shouldn't be political, then what you're wanting in terms of the art, whether it's a story or whether it's a photograph or whatever, then you're just wanting something that solely confirms to your
echo chamber.
Yeah.
Just want to hear that. Yeah.
Then go look at motel art, people. Well, I've been rewatching. I've been rewatching Parks and Rec, and I don't know if you've ever watched the show.
On and off, yeah.
So there's an episode where they're trying to replace a mural in like their town hall, and Aziz Ansari's character goes to like a college, and he just says like, "Paint me something that looks good." He gives him $20, and the guy paints all these shapes and everything, and Aziz is like, "This looks like a chameleon threw up a bunch of shapes." And then, like, as the episode goes on, he gets more and more obsessed with it, and he's like pointing to it, and like it's making him feel things. I'm like, that's what art is supposed to do.
Exactly what art is,
like,
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It just randomly made me think of that or remember that episode. But
that's a good example. That's a good example.
Like, I don't know. People listen to a lot of bad music, but
when you brought up music, I did see. I don't even know his name. No. The guitarist or keyboardist from Journey is talking about how Bruce Springsteen is an idiot and he's woke. And I was like, yeah, welcome to.
You never heard Born in the USA?
Well, he was like, that's a bad song. It was a blemish on our government. Oh, no.
Well, our government's not done anything wrong, dude.
Oh,
like, drugs have always been here.
My bad. I'm sorry.
That's probably somebody that really hasn't paid attention to any Bruce Springsteen songs.
Well, I mean, I can't remember like his name, so there you go.
The same thing like when somebody brings up every now and then the Dropkick Murphys, people will bring them up and be like, oh, why are they like that? They've always been like this.
Yeah, I saw something like that under Rage Against the Machine that almost blew my mind.
What machine were you think did you think they were raging against?
It's like Paul Ryan. That's his favorite band. Like, they hate everything you stand for, guy. But it's also
wow, that's his name I forgot.
Oh, what was I thinking?
Tats and Toys said hello. Tats is here on YouTube.
Congratulations on your still relatively new podcast.
It'll last longer than most, trust me. BDG Rin, why is that hard to say? Anyway, I'm on screen now, by the way. Hi. If someone bothers you, you need to ask yourself why. What about it bothers you? Why does it make you uncomfortable? Why do you feel avoidant or angry? And asking people to look within is like really, really hard because
it gets hard. Well, it also gets really hard for people that have that anti-woke mindset to get introspective because they can't be wrong. They can't acknowledge that they're wrong. And it's hard for them to do it because they don't process things in a healthy way. And also what I was thinking of was how I have friends who love Iron Maiden, but the moment Bruce Dickinson starts saying what his long history of songs have always been about, forever, the moment he starts talking about that, they get mad at him. And they're like, yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't listen to him if you don't know what the content is, because his lyrics are pretty visual and pretty straightforward. That these songs are about the massacres of Native Americans, or they're about you know, how war is terrible, and just come on, guys.
How
You guys see the viral one where the Marines were like shooting themselves, not shooting like shooting, but shooting like video of themselves to war pigs.
It's like Jesus, dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah, seriously.
All these people that love like Ozzy and everything, like your neurons just aren't making that, aren't bridging that gap.
Not everybody can make it, man.
I'm gonna avoid the references. I really am. But when you know that meme that goes around like, what radicalized you? It was music. Music radicalized me. The things that you raised me on radicalized me. You just weren't paying attention.
Yep. It doesn't certainly help either when you have, you know, so many, especially like, for example, you know, you have big organizations out there like Fox News that basically their modus operandi is basically they continually poison the well. You know, they just keep pushing out all these fake perspectives, all this rhetoric, you know, onto people at such a big rate that it's almost, you know, you could almost say that it's hard for these people to disengage and actually try and educate themselves because they're just continuously, you know, fed this freaking garbage, you know?
I will say go ahead, Matt. Go.
I was going to say, well, that's another great point you bring up is like people, and I know this has been circulating also, but like people who want to do their own research. Like someone was telling me about how the COVID thing was causing heart issues. And then I was like, okay, give me information. Like, give me sites, give me data. And they had nothing. I was like, I mean, sorry, the vaccine was causing this stuff. And then I looked it up and it's like, 0.02 is causing myocardial issues. It's something, I forget exactly what it is, but it was like a 0.02%. And it wasn't even killing people. And I'm like, you see, like when you're looking for it's like, it's a failure to know how to actually do research. You want something that just supports your point. If you want something that supports your point, a great way to research it is finding what opposes your point so that you can look at those specific pieces of data and then one, learn from the other side's argument, but also two, figure out how to strengthen your own argument. And when you realize that there is nothing to strengthen your argument, come to the terms with the fact that maybe you're wrong. Maybe you were misinformed. And if you want to blame Fox News or even CNN because they're not that much better, if you want to blame the media, all the junk that they regurgitate, that's fine. The problem, the point is like learn for yourself, get better, do better.
I know this is going to shock a lot of people.
You're asking a lot. You're asking a fucking lot. You're going to do shit. You know that.
This is going to shock a lot of people, but I do actually sit there when I hear about something and I will read purposely. There is a feature on most search engines now, even the ones you haven't heard of, if you don't want to use Google, which I don't. They will show you left, right, and you can pick what side you want to, and I will read both because I want.
I know what you're talking about.
Huh? You know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about. It's like ground news or something.
It's ground.
Like that.
Yes. Thank you. I couldn't.
Yes. That is very good. Actually, that's a good.
Because
good
I want to know. Because I don't want to just talk out of my butt. Because like you, I don't have the ability to shut up. I'm sorry. Like before we got on this show today, I was not having a good day. I'm just opening up here for a second. I didn't see a point. I don't know what, every day there's something else and I just don't, there's no way out of it. I don't care. And then I talk to you and I'm like, all right, who wants to go? Like, where are we going? It really was. I'm not just saying that because I was not having a good day. The ravioli helped too, but it's just, I want to know when I see somebody say something stupid and I can't help but say something. I'm not coming unprepared, and people people will get very frustrated with me because they're like, "You're an idiot." I'm like, huh? Does it sound like I'm an idiot? I'm just loud. There's difference.
Dan lives by a different interpretation. See something, say something.
Yes, I do.
Oh man. So
I love you for that. That's funny.
So being that you're so active and taking pictures and everything like that, how long do you spend like setting up your scenes and everything? Like what kind of makes you decide on angles? I mean, there is a fair amount of I guess recreation, because like I know that like if I ever take pictures of things, like I want to take like some cool shots that were in comic books and even movies and such. So like how long do you like really take time to process a scene and think about angles that you want to capture from and everything?
I in the beginning, it would take me way too long because I would really obsess over the details in terms of, or subjects that I wanted to shoot, what exactly I wanted to show, the subjects doing, what setting they were going to be in, all that stuff, and it would be very drawn out, and it would take me literally like one shot would take me almost like several weeks because of just how much everything involved was in terms of, for me, mentally, in terms of like, I wasn't happy with the lighting, not happy with the posing, not happy with how it's looking camera and all that stuff. But, over time, especially with the help of, a lot of good friends over in Facebook, a lot of good friends that I have on Instagram, and just basically me doing this for as long as I have, and still improving on it. I'm still not there, still always working on trying to better some kind of different aspect. But I think nowadays it's the goal is to basically try and get a shot done within a day. And more or less, I think I can safely say that, on average, 90% of the time, I am able to accomplish that because, once the way my process is, once I have the shot done, it's all completed. My mind is already starting to turn in terms of what else I want to focus on. It's already thinking about, okay, this is the next thing that these are the next group of figures that I want to do. This is the next thing I want to try and do. And I'll just start, mentally preparing it up in here, blocking it out in my head, literally like, in bed, waiting to fall asleep and just, picturing that over and over again, like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Because more or less, I know the figures I have. I know all the props I have. I know what I have and I know what I don't have. So I'm able to be like, kind of set expectations in terms of like, oh, I really wanted to do like this super fancy, freaking awesome photo, but okay, I don't really have this. I don't have that.
Yeah.
This is all I got. And then just start trimming it down from there. And then just actually going into the room where I do the photography at. And once I'm in there, it's just, I just get started right away, setting up the scene that I had pictured, or to get the figures, put them out there. And in terms of angles, a lot of people, everyone has their own way of basically blocking their shot and what they do.
Sure.
I know people that, they set up the camera first, and then, they have the aspect ratio that they're going to use. So the camera's already all set up there, and within the viewfinder in that select camera screen, that's where they block everything, no matter what. Everything, like, they're not going to move the camera from that spot, and that's good. For me, it's basically I'm the reverse. I block and set everything up on the table, and then the camera is the last thing that comes out, because like for my scenes, like I'll build up everything, like even if only like maybe a quarter of this actual set is shown.
Yeah.
Like when you see like my BTS stuff, like you'll sometimes see stuff that doesn't even show up in the shot, but it's built up, like, because I like to basically show how it would actually look.
The Monster Force pictures coming to mind. The one with the werewolf in the background. Yeah. Like you have a table full of stuff, and like, yeah.
Just the exact focus on that, because again, in the beginning, the way I was doing things, I was like basically of the mindset that like, oh, I got all this built up, it's all set up, I want to show it off. So like the photographs I would take would basically be like, show everything. And then, a good friend of mine, you may know him. He's the one, the founder of 𝗖cie𝗽𝗆𝗆𝗿𝗵, Boog always continually told me, like, hey, like, you know, it's all good. I see what you're doing, but you know, just focus it, you know, cut it down, focus on what needs to actually be shown, because
Right.
you know, my stuff would always, I guess I would try to be extravagant with it, you know, I would try to show more than I needed to. So that was also part of what helped, not help, what hindered the entire, you know, processing time at the start, where I was basically just spending weeks doing all this freaking stuff. But now, yeah, now I got it pretty much, like my workflow is compact enough that I already, you know, I got it blocked out of my head. I'll go into the room. I know the story that I'm trying to tell. And it's just a matter of literally getting it set up on the table, getting the lighting good enough, and then just shooting it and then posting it up, you know?
Yeah. Pete, you had a question at one point, or?
Yeah, I was gonna ask what's some advice that you got that was invaluable, and it sounds like you kind of already answered it when you said Boog told you to focus on certain things. For me, it was rim lighting, which was one thing I've never even heard of. So you kind of light from the back to kind of separate the subject from the rest of the scene. And then the other thing was to watch out for your negative spaces, because those will pop out in your shot. So those two.
And even now, like I you know, for me, you know, I'm always going to be speaking for myself. I still make I don't want to call them necessarily mistakes, but I'll still make those issues in terms of, like, you know, sometimes my rim lighting won't be that good, or, you know, maybe this shot just had a tad bit too much negative space and all that stuff.
I blame it on the excitement. Like, you're like, oh, this shot's gonna be so awesome.
Exactly.
Well, like even
Exactly.
Michelangelo was sculpting statues, but not putting buttholes on them.
Good point.
I'm kind of mad at Pete, because he made me understand, or at least think I understand, what the golden ratio was, and now I'm really mad because I hate seeing people talk about the golden ratio.
Oh god.
Because it comes off as the most pretentious thing. Like, one of my favorite movies is 𝗀𝗏𝗵𝗵, and there's some YouTube video where they have scenes from that and they just have the golden ratio laid over it. I'm like, I'm gonna hunt you all down. Like, and then it's nice to see other people in the comments saying, like, was this necessary, or is this just really pretentious? So, like, yeah. Oh, but no. So for those who don't know what the golden ratio is, it's a golden drawing of a snail.
What?
No, it's not. I'm guessing that it has something to do with like your proportions and layout of everything. So, like, what you mentioned about negative space is absolutely true, but like, you want to have your subjects and where you have, like, your focal points are, and, like, as you get closer to that focal point, you have everything tightening up. So, like, in the golden ratio, it starts out, it's a spiral. That's why I said snail, but the spiral gradually just gets more congested. So, like, your focal point becomes where all of that is centering. So you do have negative space, but, like, it kind of guides you towards what the actual subject matter is of the picture.
I just want to go back to the chat for a little bit. I've also been showing off some of your work that you've posted on Instagram over my face, because, again, who wants to see that? Or a wife will come in and tell you that an arm doesn't bend like that and make your balanced a pain in the ass figure.
I can't see the chat, so I'm not. In fact, I know she's in there.
Yeah.
But she's definitely a very valuable member of my creative process. She's definitely there.
She also.
So this is a. Oh, go ahead.
I have two more things real quick. She also mentioned something in the chat that I'm going to bring up later. I swear I'm going to remember it. But the second thing is Tad says clean cropped. This is hard for me. Clean cropped contained took forever, and it took for it to click for me. But I was exactly the same. I am not speaking well. He wrote this fine. I cannot speak. It took me an hour setting this up. I'm getting everything into the shot. I've been friends with you for over a month now when Pete booked the interview, and I'm also with 𝗖𝗍𝗆𝘆𝗿 and of course with Pete. And I was posting a picture of something the other day. I'm like, why am I bothering? It sucks.
That's where I'm at. Like that's where I'm at. I'm like, oh, that's how I am with Blender. Like people are designing the most amazing things in Blender, and I'm like, and I made a little squid jellyfish. I made a flumph, as they're called in D&D, for my D&D campaign.
I could have cheated and used AI, but I didn't.
Oh yes, I've been meaning to say that. I also like how your tagline, your little logo flashes across at the end. Always tangible. I like that.
Yes. Yeah. Very, very important. That's basically a very strong tenet from 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗆𝗆, and something that I personally carry over as well, because it's just, to me, it's more satisfying. And you know, again, not knocking anybody that
I am,
because when it comes to that stuff, I got different degrees. When it comes to AI, it's basically like I got hard stances on that. But then like you get into Photoshop, I have a level of respect for the people that are able to utilize Photoshop and the processes within it, because you're not putting in a prompt into Photoshop. It's actually something that takes skill, patience, lots of patience, and time and effort to be good with, so
Photoshop started putting in Firefly in the last iteration, not the current. They have it in the current one, but it started in the last iteration. Yeah.
I mean, people should stop,
because I use Photoshop nonstop.
No,
but
it's
mainly to amp up colors.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
AI, that generative AI is my main problem.
Yeah.
To use that much power and energy and resources to make something from scratch because you do not have the ability or money. That is the reason that people exist, to make those things, and not you restoring old photos, photoshopping, restoring old film, how they want to use it in the medical field. Of course, I don't have a problem with that. But starting with nothing and not actually doing the work and just putting in prompts, I have a problem with that.
To be fair, the data centers are being used in the medical field because they're making people have medical bills.
That's true. That is true. I'll give you that
one. So there was a film festival recently, or not recently at this point, like a few months ago, I guess, or earlier this year. One of the last ones was this guy who's a well-known independent filmmaker. I don't know him, but he was getting crapped on by the audience there because his film is entirely AI generated. However, what's interesting about it is everything in that he created physically. The backdrops all painted by him.
I did read
everything is hand painted. I might have sent it to you.
I think you did, yes.
A while ago, because I wanted to bring it up. Everything in there was created by him. He physically painted stuff or had people paint things. Like the generative AI was only fed everything that he had already created. So in this sense, the generative AI, I'm okay with. Concerned about the resource demand and what side effects it may have had, because unless it's on like a laptop, it's running off a server that's causing pollution, draining water, doing all these terrible things. But that generative AI where everything it has is what you fed it, that I'm okay with, because he's using it to bring his illustrations to life. He's using it to make them move without making like puppetry or anything like that. So there is a way to do it a way to do it without plagiarizing, because that's one of the other big issues I have with generative AI is it doesn't give a shit. What I think it's ironic that a few years ago they tried to pull that whole DCMA thing, if we remember that, where they were trying to put licenses on every picture on the internet. And ironically, that would have been really helpful for where we're at now in terms of AI, because AI, if you told it to pull unlicensed pictures, it wouldn't be able to do it because everything would be licensed. So it's ironic that such a terrible thing would have kind of helped keep AI at bay in some aspects. We'd probably figure out a way around it. But
I had a very simple request. Call me crazy, but I don't see why there's a problem. Like, okay, if we're going to utilize this tool, maybe we should figure out a better way to use it so it doesn't kill us first.
Yeah, well, that's the other reason that I think that this whole AI push. Well, I was talking about it earlier, and my friend compared it to that movie Elysium, and like, I mean, that's like, it's a huge metaphor for where we're at, and like, especially now with all of this pollution that is caused by AI data centers and just data centers in general.
I agree, Rin. Though the current approach to data centers is too damaging to be worth it. I completely agree. That's addressing what I'm saying. We gotta come together as a race and go, as a species, excuse me, and go, okay.
No, we are a race. We're the human race.
Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? God damn it,
you said
come together.
No, I wasn't making. I know you were. We should be coming together, and I know it's especially hard because of who's from DC, as a race and a species to figure out, okay, we all agree we could utilize this to our benefit. Let's figure out how to do it without killing the planet and killing our ecosystem, and then go forward. Work backwards and then work forward. And it's crazy idea. I know. I don't know why I talk sometimes.
I don't either. So
I'll cut you off the show so fast. I will just hit you.
I'm going to try and keep steering back from stuff that's like so intense and heavy, because like we're already surrounded by it, and like, well, it's nice to have lighter conversations. Are there any particular figure lines or IPs that really like stand out to you now, or like Mafex versus Mezco versus Legends? Is there anything that you're really like into right now?
As of right now, I'd have to say I'm really being pulled towards what InArt is offering, and I know a lot of what they're pushing out is kind of, for lack of a better term, a rehash, because obviously everyone already has, all these, well, not the new ones that are coming out with, but everyone already has Batman, all these IPs already.
Rehashing.
But like what they're bringing to the table in terms of, because I think the last video I saw today was from Nostalgia Unboxed. He was at the special InArt behind the scenes thing that he had. And he was showcasing everything that InArt had, and just being able to look at like how, in that scale, how compact they're able to bring freaking paint apps, the likenesses, just the amount of detail. And this isn't 1/6 scale stuff that you would obviously expect it to be at that level, and I think that's just kind of freaking amazing. And I love, obviously my first love is always going to be with Legends. Black Series comes after that, and then I got love for the other lines, Mezco, Mafex, Figure Arts, Savage Crucible, a little bit Mythic Legions here and there. But I'm excited. Like I really think we're kind of in this boom of I guess third parties, because when you think of a toy companies, there's a select few that you think of as the major ones or whatever. But I think we're in this boom of just, especially with unlicensed third party figures as well. Like it's crazy right now. The kind of, I guess, Renaissance period that we're in. All that stuff. So I'm super like excited for all that stuff, because I feel like it's always nice and exciting to photograph something new and try and do something different.
Right.
So it's that's how I feel feel currently on those?
Yeah. InArt really has, the figures I have from them have been excellent. I want to compare them to like miniature Hot Toys. Although one of the things I actually like about them is that they don't really put a huge focus on the soft goods, which doesn't kind of hinder their mobility and their articulation like Mezco sometimes does, as a lot of people are critical of. I'm a little bummed because my Arkham Origins Batman, one, the extra head sculpt, his ears were curled in.
Oh, the ears.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'll post that picture. Hold on.
I could kind of straighten him out. Like I was flexing him back the other day without even heating him up, just slowly doing it. But also, he's like 7.5 inches tall. Like, he's ginormous. So I don't know.
He pretty much scales along with freaking McFarlane stuff right now, and that's probably maybe my only one knock against them is that I know initially there was a big hubbub all at the start because I think initially they had branded themselves as being 1/12 scale, and I guess they ended up like actually like just fully on changing that entire statement, and I think they changed the brand to like something else.
Did they really?
When they first came out, because it was marketed as 1/12.
Because I have the Christian Bale Batman, and like he's a good scale.
I think the Christian Bale one is a different company. I think
I have an InArt Christian Bale. I also have the Wukong, and then that Deathstroke I have is on PZZ.
I'm posting it up on the stream, but this is the picture of Matt's bent Batman ears.
Oh no!
Yeah, it sucks. Here, I'll share it with you guys here too.
How you doing, champion?
I was gonna say I'm pretty excited for that InArt Bruce Lee figures that they announced.
Yeah, that Catwoman picture, or Catwoman figure too.
Yeah, here it is. This is for everybody on the show.
Man,
yeah, that
sucks. He's wearing this super tactical. Right there.
Yeah.
I was hoping that it was fixed because I kind of was flexing it back. I'll just chew on it for a little bit.
Use some AI.
Usually heat and cold water, man, back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I'll probably end up. I was just being lazy when I was trying to like slowly flex it back. But yeah, I'll probably
I know it's not a big deal, but it is kind of like, how much was that figure?
It's $100 figure.
You should probably prevent that from happening. I'm just saying. I don't know.
He looks great otherwise. He's ginormous, but I don't know. I also like. I'm stubbornly trying to like not acknowledge that maybe they did convert. Like Storm Collectibles, like, oh, we're the InArt scale.
Matt, Rin says it's a Daredevil Batman crossover.
Yeah.
There you go.
Spray paint there. But I do a really bad job and I spray paint the face too.
Yeah.
That's happened before. When I was trying to learn airbrushing, it was just awful.
Pete, you had a question, I
thought? No, I was going to say something about what his thoughts were on the Bruce Lee InArt stuff that's coming out. That Game of Death looked amazing.
Fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic. I'm all for it, because I think all we've had so far is, I think, Figure Arts had something, and there may have been some third-party Bruce Lee stuff as well. Yeah. I'm excited for it.
It looks great.
I went to the
third party. He was like super jacked. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I went to the grand opening. I went to the grand opening of this comic book store up in Maryland. Like, I drove just under an hour and a half to get there, and it was underwhelming. I thought it was going to be like the size of a Walmart.
Damn
it was not small, but it was definitely a quarter of the size I thought it would be. But like, I saw some like old guy. I saw an old Mothra set that was really cool, and then I was like, "Who's making this?" I was like, "Oh, Super 7." Yeah, makes sense.
The one Super 7 figure I got, which was the Papa Emeritus 4 from Ghost. It looked real cool on the internet, and I opened it and I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I've only bought them on clearance. And then even like
so bummed.
even for like MonsterVerse, 𝗂𝗱 has been doing awesomely. Like SH Monster Arts is cool, but like 𝗂𝗱 is a half the price figure, and it looks and articulates very well.
Matt, the Tubbs Ghost figures you gave me was more accurate and better looking than the Super 7 for the
Tubbs
Ghost figures.
are rubber ducks.
The rubber ducks. It looked great, and I was like, that looks better. My friend Jenny visited from Texas, and she's there 5 minutes sitting at her dining room table. She goes, "Are those ghost ducks?" She see it up on the shelf. That's how articulate they were.
I was gonna say I picked up the Biggie and the Old Dirty Bastard Super 7, and those are great. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you do like those.
Just like the Playmates redo that they did for Super 7 of the original figures. So I have those sitting over here. Other than that, I can't stand Super 7.
I heard such good things, and then I grabbed it, and I was like, and Matt had to remind me because they did Papa Perpetual, the Papa 5, the latest one, and on paper, air quotes, looked amazing. I was like, oh, I really want this. He goes, don't do that. Remember how disappointed you were, and I'm like, damn it. All right. You're right. Old Dirty Bastard, huh?
What is it? Is it their articulation? Because I can't stand their
it doesn't look like what was on the page.
Oh, the render.
It doesn't. The render does not look as detailed. The face did not look right, and I sat there holding it like this with this on the screen, going, that's not me. That's not. I have 20/20 vision, even though I have glasses. That's not right. That's wrong. And I gave it. I sold it to somebody who really wanted it, and I was like, "You can have it, man. I don't care. It's all yours, buddy."
So I have another kind of digression question. How do you keep your kids out of your stuff? This is one that Pete might want to take part of.
I'm not.
Well, first, are your kids younger?
Not really. I have 3. They're pretty much. I got two in middle school, 1 in high school. So they're pretty much. Wow. You know, they're up there, and more or less like my youngest out of the 3 of them is probably the one that comes wandering into wherever I'm photographing the most, and he's respectful, and more importantly, he's very interested in what I'm doing, what I have out. He loves going around, and he's very polite, obviously, thanks to the parents he has. But he's always loving to explore and look at all the different, if there's like a tray of freaking miniature items, if there's different accessories laid out, he likes looking at the different figures, and he'll play and mess around with stuff. And I'm not very, not to knock anybody else, that obviously everyone has their own way of doing things and all that stuff, but like I never get like I'll give out gentle reminders of like if like the figure, whatever he has, if I know tolerance on it in terms of like the joints and movement and stuff, I'll just give a little reminder to him, and be like, hey, careful when you're twisting that, be careful how you're holding that one. And especially for some of the bigger ones, if they have, depending on the features they have, a lot of hard plastic bits that freaking even us as adults will freaking draw blood from us trying to move and all that stuff. I'll just remind them like, hey, be careful, how you're handling that and all that stuff. So he's very inquisitive in that regard, and he likes seeing all the different things I have out. So like I don't really have, I guess, an issue in terms of like trying to keep them out of things or whatever.
Sure.
I kind of, when I'm doing the photography, I kind of put myself into the zone. So if they happen to be there, as long as especially if it's my youngest, I'll just be like, just keep it down. You can keep on doing whatever you need to, and I'll go on and work with that. So
I'm flashing back to my childhood. My dad was a model railroader, and I'd always want to be in the. I always wanted to be in the room with the because he had. You brought up the spray. What's the painting with the compressor? What did you call it? Is this just spray painting?
Oh, the airbrush.
Airbrushing. Sorry, I can't believe I blanked on it. He'd do the airbrushing like he was meticulous. He was very good at what he did. And it was like, you've met me now. I want to sit in the room with you. No problem. Shut up. Shh. I gotta concentrate. I did okay. I did okay because it was the train. Here, hold this.
Yeah.
Rin, same.
That's me and Grayson right now, I swear.
Same, Rin. I am the same. My dad is too, but he hasn't admitted it and he hasn't been diagnosed because he's old.
Yeah, I wasn't really trying to bring up a question. If that was a strange question for you, I was just like, there are times where we're doing the show and suddenly a wild Grayson appears. That's
Matt, I was saying this to Kelly when I was opening the big giant Ecto-1 from Hasbro. I was like, man, I'm glad I don't have kids. And I was just going, it's mine.
Yeah.
Can't have it.
I'm aspiring to be a dink. Yeah.
No, I could share fine. It just I'd have to buy 2 of everything.
Although my partner has reptiles.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
No, thank you. No, I'm kidding. I don't care about reptiles.
They're small and
listen. It's not a reptile, but I'm sharing a shower with a spider right now, and I'm not getting rid of it because the spider kills things.
Yeah, they're not big enough to eat your wiener, dog.
Good save. Good save. Very good save.
Did you have any questions for us while we have you on? It's totally fine if you don't, but like I know just like because the nature of interviewing and then having you on as a guest is us throwing a lot of questions your way. So is there any question you have? Mostly, I guess, for Pete, because I'm non-existent.
And me, I'm awesome.
How do you live with yourself, Dan?
Easily.
Good answer. More or less, because I have I've checked out several past episodes from you guys, and just more or less, especially with me and Tats, we're still pretty much fresh and new in all this. I mean, from maybe it could be a thing from each of you individually. Like, what advice would you offer to me and Tats in regards to this whole freaking streaming show freaking thing?
Can I go first, please? Since I've been doing it the longest, and this is not.
Oh yeah,
I've been doing this since 2008. You're gonna expect this to be a downer answer. No, just do it. If you like doing it, don't let anybody else dictate to you what you should and should not be doing with it. Create to create. That's it. That is my advice.
That's a really good fucking answer.
I have 6 now.
I have. Well, we're at 7.
Count my fuck counter.
Yeah, no, 8.
Yeah.
But actually, this is the best we've ever done. We usually at 8 by hour, half hour. To expand on that, that person I mentioned earlier has been one of them. There's been several people. Like, nobody watches you. I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. I like doing this. I'd be playing the video games anyway and talking to myself because of the aforementioned ADHD. I stream it. And some people happen to come in and watch and talk. Misty's always there. Don't know why you keep coming back, but thank you. I'd be doing it anyway. Podcasts, the wrestling stuff, Craig. I just want more people. I do it really because I like doing it with Craig. Craig Legans he had a one-man show called My Life in 19 Inches about television. He's 20 years older than me. He looks 20 years younger. He is an encyclopedia. I enjoy bringing him on to talk about wrestling. So do it for you. Don't do it for anybody else. Of course, you listen to fans who are actually fans, not people that want to hurt you and go, hey, we should talk about this or do this. Hey, but really cool. Of course you do that, but don't do it for anybody else. Main reason for you guys. That's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
I don't know how to follow that up. I was just going to say the whole reason I started the podcast was because I noticed like a lot of your bigger, and this isn't to bash them or anything, a lot of your bigger YouTubers or your bigger podcasters, they don't really invite the smaller guys on the show. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just create my own fucking platform. You know, like if I'm not going to get invited on, I'll just create my own platform. I'll start talking about because I'm like, look at me, I got stuff. I make cool art. Like let's try to get that out there. Like how do we do that? And along the way, I think it was Matt's idea. He was like, oh, we should bring on guests that, you know, do the same as we do. Let's bring on like we brought a Kickstarter that was doing a comic book that he had written and drew himself last month. We've had the franchise on. We've had 𝗖𝗽𝗆𝘆𝗍𝗆 on. I mean, it's just, you know, people trying to get their name out there. I know we're nothing huge, but how do we help? How can we be part of the solution instead of part of the problem, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm tired of being part of the problem. Oh, you got it. I should be getting.
Well, no, this is the one that I've had. I haven't packed these yet. So yeah, shout out TDJ Comics. They just did a partnership for digital and stuff. Actually.
Oh wow, cool. Yeah, I bought it on the spot. Really quick to add to it, Rin had a question as well. I have a question for you guys. What do you most enjoy about it, and what do you find is the biggest challenge? Can I go first, or do you want to go? Does somebody else want to go first? Matt,
how about you tackle podcasting? I'll tackle 3D printing.
That's a good, okay. Podcasting.
I 3D print sometimes.
Performing. That is the hardest thing because my problem is what you see is what you get. There is no act.
Go ahead. Keep going.
No,
Sorry.
I was going to say there's no act. It's me. My biggest mistake on the internet was not creating a persona, because most people on social media have a persona. It's not a real person. I don't have that ability.
A paid influencer, dude.
I still wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be the opposite of never mind. 𝗂𝗲𝗄𝗏. Never mind.
Well, the opposite of never mind is an old man in the sand.
I thought it would be in 𝘀𝗲𝗄. Nirvana reference. You're welcome.
Yeah, you picked up where I was going.
Thank you. Yeah, it's performing, because sometimes we've talked about it here. A serious answer on this show. I am really depressed, and I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to turn on the camera because that's technically showing. I don't want to do it. And then as soon as, like today, I want to emphasis with not having a good day. As soon as you guys came on, we started talking about things. It was like, I'm good. Now I'm ready to go again. That's the hardest part.
I feel like to jump on what you're saying, Dan, like, and I know I don't construe this like as well as I probably should. I don't wear my emotions like that, but there is a lot of struggle that goes on in this house. I just don't talk about it a lot. You know, of course, with the political climate that's going on around the world, it's over fucking whelming. And to carry on to what you were just saying, like, I got on the show, everything's cool. This is what makes me happy. Yeah. I love talking about this stuff. I love taking this time with you guys to share the art, share the podcast, talk about toys. Like, that is what is finally like, all right, work is done. It's time to play. Yeah.
Yeah. I a lot of times I don't want to do the show, seriously. But then we come on, but like when I come on and I'm just like talking to my friends, like, yeah, I love that. Like, especially when it's a good episode where we have things to say and everything like that, and there's stuff to talk about and everything like that. I love that so much.
So much stuff to talk about.
No, I value that. And my suggestion to you and Tats would be to keep it fun and realize that there's no stakes. I mean, it's literally just a podcast. You're hanging out.
That is true.
You're hanging out online with a friend, and you're talking to other people that have that like similar interest, that shared interest and everything like that. Like, you're just here to socialize and have a good time. Like, and make sure that you don't lose sight of that, because I definitely do sometimes. And I feel like I'd rather go to karaoke right now. But like, well, there's another place that's open that does it till 1. But
there you go.
But no, like seriously, just like, yeah, it's just a conversation with friends and everything. And like, there are going to be times where like as the longer you do it, you'll get at each other's throats. Maybe we get along perfectly, the three of us. So I can't speak from experience about being frustrated with the other two guys. But just realize like there are no stakes, and like to be respectful of the other people and their time, and like realize like, yeah, we're doing this to hang out with friends. Like if you, or whatever it is that fun aspect of it for you, for me, it's that like, I'm just going to chat with some of my friends about some nerd shit for a while. So that's cool.
Look what I got. Yeah. I love doing that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like seeing you guys happy, believe it or not. That it doesn't seem like it, but that drives me too. Like bringing Craig on to wrestling and talk, and he gets happy about something, or if I show him something he's not aware of that happened, it makes him happy. It makes me happy. When I've put on a trailer for these guys that they didn't know was out, and I could watch them both at the same time, realize what they're watching, and this big spinning grin cracks up across their face. I'm like, I needed that. That's good.
It's a good feeling, yeah.
Yeah. No, what I was gonna say, Dan, also like a lot of Ghostbuster figures have been coming out lately, and I feel like it's just been back to back to back to back to back. And it's cool that we can share this with you now, right? Maybe not your wallet, but
no, Mondo. I'm gonna have to put out a mortgage. I'm screwed. Or I'm getting a divorce is one of the things.
No, you don't even know how much that Mondo thing is going to cost.
The Ghostbusters car is going to be like $700. It's going to light up and make sounds, Matt.
Yeah, that's half the cost that the Hasbro one did.
It's 2 feet long. I saw that.
Big?
Yes, it's 2 feet long, and it comes with the possessed front end of it. And I'm like, oh my God, you sons of bitches.
Oh, looks like Dustin can do math. Proud of you, bud.
Dustin, thank you for subscribing for 3 years. I appreciate you. Dustin is a good friend who is also like us, Ren. And he's a good friend, and he's a good supporter, and I love when he comes in here. And I'm glad he counted this 36 months because I couldn't have done that. So.
Yeah.
By the way, for those who are watching, we're going to be talking about Ghostbusters really soon because there's a lot.
Yeah,
are we?
Oh yeah.
Is there anything? I don't know what we're going into after this, honestly, because SDCC is a giant beast. Was there anything that really stood out to you through the SDCC this year?
I think in terms of what was shown, figure wise, I think Jada Toys really made a very strong impression.
Really?
And
Invincible stuff, or what were you looking at?
Pretty much just like the updates on everything they had across the board. You know, from Invincible, the teases that they had for that showing off. I mean, you got Thrag, Battle Cat, freaking finally showing off Omni-Man. So you know, don't have to pull the trigger on the freaking Not My Stepdad or whatever they call that freaking figure. I don't know.
My alien dad.
Yeah, my alien dad. The fresh wave of for Scooby-Doo that they were showing off. That's really, I thought that was really freaking cool.
Any more Mega Man or no?
I think they did show something for Mega Man. I think they did.
They finally showed off Guts Man, right? Off the first video game. They did more Cyberpunk. They showed off.
Yes.
They're doing Cyberpunk figures?
Yeah, they've already had some out.
They're doing more. Because there's a second season that's going to be coming out, so they already have the protagonist for that second season in figure form. I forget the name of the kid, though.
Oh man, there's more Lego stuff that was announced for
but to answer the question real quick, hardest thing about 3D printing, the fun part is the creating. The hard part is I always want to add a level of functionality to everything. Doors that open, things that move, lights that work. And it's always trying to figure out how to incorporate that into the cleanest print possible. And it's also rewarding when you finally figure it out. And the awesome thing about it is you get to touch your creation when you're done. So that's it.
That's what they want to do in Star Trek The Motion Picture, touch the creator. Sorry, I went really nerdy with that. I apologize.
As a photographer, I have to say we also really appreciate when that amount of detail is put into the stuff.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at those figures. That's awesome. Wait a minute. There's a cyberpunk cartoon.
You actually have a running change on yours, Edwin. I put those books. They were just white up top, but if you look closer to like a couple of them, they have like the actual pages etched in on the top of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was like, all right, I'm gonna move from forward. I'm doing this.
I'm gonna have to catch up on that. I missed that.
Dan, there's also a cyberpunk tabletop.
Okay.
I know you won't play D&D with me. You want to play some cyberpunk?
Why won't I play D&D with you? People.
You said you wouldn't do it.
Oh, I would play D&D, but you'd get tired of me real quick.
No, I love being a DM.
Oh, okay.
You want to
Are there any girls there?
Well, you're married.
I'll curl my hair.
You guys didn't see that old freaking? It's probably like 20 years old now. It's a D&D skit.
Listen,
and everybody like dresses their character.
Just do an
guys
online.
Are like, I want to roll to see if girls are there.
Matt, Dustin's in for an online campaign. My wife's been doing D&D before I knew how to speak. So,
dude, I would totally be down to do a Shadowcast D&D thing.
Oh, dude, don't tease me.
Dude, you could be a Ghostbuster.
Dice anymore.
You can get all that stuff. It's all online. It's all available digitally.
Dustin said nice summoners call.
Is it really? I used to have the whole set. I used to have the book. I used to have the bag of dice and stuff. And we only ended up playing for like 3 months. I'm like, all right, well, what the fuck do I do with this?
We're gonna end up having an online. We're gonna end up having a goddamn online Dungeons and Dragons thing out of this. I can see it right now.
Today I DM my session.
Bring him in.
Rin's all about it. Go ahead, Matt.
I DM today. The heroes were exploring a cave where there was an artifact that was siphoning the souls out of the forest above it, and that cave used to be on top of a mountain. So yeah, they were all doing that stuff. Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know why my mind immediately went to Anchorman. Me and Veronica will get married on top of a mountain, and you won't be invited.
I figured it wasn't that, but I did. I don't believe you.
Oh. Wow, that escalated quickly. There's Invincible. I hope you guys have been seeing this because I know the internet has.
Yeah, I see it.
Beautiful.
That's Thrag or Conquest?
Conquest.
Conquest.
Okay. I only got that far.
Why are they messing with me, Edwin? Why won't they give me the blue and yellow right now? Why are they doing this unmasked with the body?
So give
me the yellow suit.
Because that's the season 3.
They gotta pull people in, which honestly it was already a guaranteed buy across the board. But
right, I mean Teenage Oliver, Adam Eve, which I saw that they announced.
Yep. And then there's gonna be another Adam Eve.
Adam and Steve, actually.
Oh, like a translucent one, maybe?
No.
Dude,
I know spoilers about Invincible.
They have Jada is.
I have many leather-bound books.
If they redetailed their cars, I'd be a Jada guy tomorrow. I like the Ecto ones they did, but they're bare bones. I don't mean that. It doesn't look bad. It's just very bare bones. And I'm like, if they do more, I'm going to just jump in head first. Because this stuff looks amazing.
So.
That's all I know.
Well, that's kind of
I kind of want them to do Ryu and Ken over again. Because that way I don't have that orangey skin. I get the brown gloves, better articulation. I want it all.
I'm good with orange skin for the rest of my life. Thanks.
Hey. So.
I'm sorry. I saw something.
I have to ask, actually. Are you planning on seeing Avengers Doomsday?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I know.
Wait.
I know it can be kind of.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I know it can be kind of divisive, in terms of a lot of people feel that the MCU, kind of fell off, and they're really not doing as well as they did for themselves. But for me, everyone else, I watched it since it freaking first started in terms of like the MCU in its entirety. And at this point, I do agree that there are things that have been done in terms of the story and in terms of service to many characters that I would have liked to have seen done differently. But what, for me, what wins out more and what causes me to stay wanting to see more of the MCU is just the simple fact that, like, you know, in this time, this era, I'm able to see these freaking characters, these iterations of characters that I grew up reading in freaking comic books on the big screen doing all this shit. So it's like, on one hand, you know, I can be critical of things and, you know, agree and disagree with directions of things. But on the other hand, you know, inside, I'm just a fucking kid freaking soaking all this shit up. I'm enjoying it, man, you know? So I'm definitely all for it.
Now, you want to drop it on him, or do you want me to drop it on him?
Well, I know that you were referencing specifically Gwyneth Paltrow being
What?
cast.
What?
No, I was going to say they're about to do a hard reset on this whole thing, right?
That's what this is essentially.
Everyone is leaning towards.
Yeah, this is essentially going to be a hard reset. So apparently, according to I hate that I'm going to say this. The CEO of Disney said that they're using AI in this movie.
There is use of AI. A lot of the VFX in this movie are going to be AI generated.
Yeah, right.
That's disappointing to hear.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
They fired a ton of the staff, especially Marvel.
That's the dirty reason I was asking if you planned on seeing the movie. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I did remember hearing that, you know, all those freaking, they were letting go a bunch of their freaking VFX artists and stuff like that. But to kind of hear that's really disappointing.
Like, I don't know.
I also
go ahead.
Disney also laid off a couple hundred people after Toy Story 5 was the most successful movie in that franchise.
What?
So they laid off a lot of people from Disney, Pixar Animation specifically.
Wow.
Because people that have seen it this whole time have more money than they did when they were children. Yeah. I think I might have had more money as a child, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of the VFX in this are going to be AI.
I think I had a hard stance about 2 days ago. I mean, we got into an argument about it. I was like, I'm not seeing it. Yeah. Fuck it. I'm going to sell all of it. But I think I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see this and then I'm dropping off.
I hate that in researching this to try and prove my own point. One, I can't really prove my own point.
I can't either. That's the thing.
That's one of the problems. Like, they did say that it's used, so I don't know what type of AI exactly. But then it's other things that come up, like in Secret Wars, that the titling sequence used AI. Dune with Denis Villeneuve uses AI for their eyes.
Whoa.
Yes, it uses AI to track their eyes so that they can turn the pupils blue. They didn't do the David Lynch thing where they're like, open your eyes and accept the droplets. They instead used AI.
Blade Runner 2049 guy had to use AI. I'm out.
Yeah.
I quit.
Yeah, dude, it's gross. Dustin from the chat.
You leave General Ross and Ghost Rider alone,
okay? Dustin in the chat said that you look like Tom Araya's son Jesus, or Jesus. I'm not sure.
Not Jesus.
Do you play bass?
No. I am not musically inclined.
No. Everybody with a beard and long curly hair is in a metal band. If you're Dustin.
Oh, I wish I was in a metal band.
Well, that's funny because Dan played drums, Matt does vocals. I used to play guitar for a long time, and
actually,
us two were in a band. And then
that's how I met you through a Craigslist ad, dude.
I was trying to hit, bro. You wouldn't let me, so I just kept you around anyway.
Misconnections turned into a metal band.
I bought your old drum set. I
love that.
I bought his old drum set. And when I literally bought, he's like, how much you want to give me? I was like, 150. All right, come get it. What?
Okay. Yeah, I met Pete through a Craigslist ad for to be a vocalist. At first I didn't have my own mic, and then they I guess they bought one and an amp, and they were like, yeah, we have the stuff. So we just need someone to come and scream. And then I did poorly. because I screamed the wrong way. And it's funny because now I prefer to clean sing, although I still get a little loud on the microphone.
I broke the hell out of that. I haven't broken a drumstick in years, and that one broke. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but it's funny because 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗃 started off as a band, like a little project with me and another friend. And I had paid somebody to design this logo and all that stuff. And the logo that he designed, I couldn't stand. And I was like, well, what if we just took the W and the M and then just kind of made this like cool little thing about it? And he did exactly what I said. And I was like, that's awesome. So I showed it to my buddy and I was like, hey, this is going to be the logo for the band stuff. We did one lyric video and then we kind of just went our own ways after that.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I just paid $200 for this logo. What am I going to do with it? And I started getting into 3D printing and I was like, I'm going to smack this everywhere. Forget it.
That's freaking awesome. That's a fucking kick-ass origin story.
Oh, I did want to, before I forgot, I wanted to bring up, so Rin asked.
I was around before I was a man.
Rin mentioned something specific. I can't find the message now, about you serving in the military. And what did you do? What was your history? If you want to go over it, if not, you don't have to. Who did you kill?
What, for military service?
Yeah.
Nothing too fancy. I did sign up for service primarily to be able to provide for my family. I never really considered myself, super gung-ho or anything like that. Military service does run in my family on my father's side. It runs very heavily on my wife's family side as well. Because she's Canadian, so she's got the Canadian military history in her family side.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, hey.
I did. I've done 2 tours over in Afghanistan, and pretty much that was a lot of my experiences and stuff from those 2 tours. There are things that I'm proud of that I did serving. There are things that I'm not so proud of, but overall, again, I did it to be able to provide for my family, and I was at the time extremely happy to serve my country and just make myself a better person overall through it.
I love the way you worded that last sentence, by the way. It was very good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was very good.
But more or less, yeah, that's just what it is. Like I don't, again, not to knock the people that do. Everyone has their own way of doing things, but I'm not the type of person to really, I guess, wear my service, on my sleeve or throw it out there, all that stuff. I went, did things, learned things, bonded with a lot of people, fought with a lot of people, had a lot of good experiences, bad experiences. And, I don't, if I had a choice to experience it all over again with everything it entails, I would do so.
Yeah.
I think I can honestly say that. So
no, I have this I have this crazy notion of supporting the troops, but not their leaders.
Yeah,
I can't imagine why.
I 100% can understand and stand with that sentiment.
At a very visceral level, I have a problem with sending folks. Not getting into the politics of it. Let me finish the sentence. I have a problem with sending folks to do that, and then when they come home, going, "See ya on your own. No hospital, no mental health, no fuck off." That I have a problem with.
Yeah,
I have a problem with that.
Yeah, there's a lot of in some aspects things have gotten better in terms of how our country, cares for its veterans and whatnot. But there's also still a lot of things that still need improving, still need addressing. And just real quick tangent, just for example, when it comes to something like the Richard Starr Act, concerning how the overall healthcare and welfare for our veterans. I fully am of the mindset that, even if I hadn't done any service, I think I'd still be in this mindset that, like, we put all this into these at the time, young men and women, to do what needed doing for whatever various reason. They went and did it. They came back home. They deserve to be taken care of, because something that gets very, very popular, it's very popular to parrot around, is that, only 1% of Americans put on the uniform and serve, and that it's this very sacred and prestigious thing, and in some aspects it is. But when you say stuff like that, you also have to kind of realize that, the people that come back, and whether because of something that happened to them, or whatever the case may be, that 1% still deserves to be taken care of after the fact as well.
Absolutely.
When it comes to health, mental health, both physical and mental, their well-being in terms of, making sure that they have a place to live, that they can taken care of, and it's just, I hate the mentality of, basically, to me, it's like, oh, well, we used them for everything we have, and we have no more use for you now. So you're just, we just gonna view you as a waste of space, or something to just try and write off towards the end, and
yeah,
I don't like that attitude at all.
No, I like analogies, but I don't want to make one for this. But a lot of the times, veterans are discarded.
No, they are.
Yeah.
And
it's not unique to this administration either. It's been happening for a while.
That's very important aspect to make, that it's not a one side of the aisle, whatever thing.
No, they're just doing it from the jump now.
Yeah.
No pun intended. The one thing I always say, because my mom's side of the family, my dad's side of the family, fire department, me, dad. My mom's side of the family was military and fire department and police officers. And my wife's both sides of the family, military. No, her mom's side of the family was military, and she always it just blows my mind. Her grandfather, World War II, Korea, and then Vietnam. He was an older man when Vietnam was going on, and he saw the kids getting shoved out there going, I need to go help train these kids. They do not know what they're doing. They're letting them go out there, and he went a third time, and I'm like, okay. Especially when you read about, what we know now about what that,
Mm-hmm.
I always thought the PS to that is, I read books about it for years and thought I knew, and it was pretty cut and dry. And then you watch Ken Burns' documentary, and you're like, oh my, how did we all not march over? How did we not? I'm not trying to say anything that's going to get me arrested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Ken Burns documentaries, why does he do that? Does he like burn them when they're filmed, or does he like sit in the audience and diss them?
I'm not understanding your point. I'm missing this joke. I'm missing.
I'm saying like he literally burns them.
Sorry, I caught it.
Get out your Motrin, everybody. I'm awake now. Oh man.
I hate you so much.
What's your stockpile looking like these days over there, Mr. TGVahn? I see all these G.I. Joe boxes over your shoulder this whole time, and Star Wars and stuff.
Yeah,
I have a lot in terms of
Cubone.
When in figures in general, I have quite a lot of backlog, because like for me, I'm 100. I'm more like 98% more into like just the toy photography aspect. Like I don't.
Okay.
I don't curate my collection in terms of like for display purposes and stuff. So like almost
Gotcha.
all my stuff is basically binned up and just organized to me for terms of, you know, photography use. So I'll have several bins of, you know, Marvel Legends, Avengers specific, you know, team specific. Then I have a bin of just like goons, a bin of you know, these are all the big villains, and a bin of, you know, this is Mayfix stuff. So just things like that. And in terms of like what I have, you know, behind me right now, it's a lot of the bigger, nicer stuff that I like the box art for, that I really haven't gotten around to really using in my photography yet, or that I just don't really have you know, an area appropriate for it to be out and about. So like, for example, like, you know, one of the bottom boxes I have over there is the HasLab Razor Crest. You know, I don't really have an area that's dedicated for it to be out and displayed. So like, it not being in use, you know, it's a lot better, safer in its box and stuff like that. So I have, and I do try to keep it neat and contained as well, because obviously, like, if I had everything in original packaging, one, I would need a second house. Two, my wife
or storage
would
unit.
No problem.
definitely definitely come after me.
That's fine.
But I got everything like individually sleeved, and the way I like to do it, I've got, you know, clear see-through bins so I can actually see who's in what, and then each figure is individually bagged in special bags that I get off of was it clearbags.net or something like that, so that they don't have any acidity. Stumbling with the words. They don't have, you know, acidic properties. Yeah. In the plastic, so it's not gonna affect the plastic of the figure. You know.
Yeah. I use the same thing. I use archiving plastic.
Yeah. There you go.
I need to start doing that because, like, I have a lot of Legos and Ziploc bags, and yeah, I've heard things.
That is specifically, I stayed away from like because obviously it's a good, not good. It's a cheap alternative for using the Ziploc stuff, and that's what I started using at the start. But then just as stuff grew, and I knew I wanted to make sure that, you know, nothing happens to it, because again, like for me, I don't collect for displaying, and I don't collect for, you know, reselling. This is the stuff that I have that I use it for my photography, so it's for my use. And I want to make sure that it maintains its, you know, as much as possible, its paint apps. I want to make sure it maintains its, you know, overall freaking, you know, the joints and all that stuff, because I'm going to be putting it in front of a camera and people are going to be seeing it. So like, I can't have something that's looking all janky or freaking messed up because it was brushing up against all the different sorts of plastic, all that stuff. So
that's a great point. And actually, I'm glad you kind of answered it, because like, I keep a lot of stuff in my storage unit in boxes, and eventually I am going to have to come up with another storage solution, because like, it's in boxes right now. And I actually had an issue at my last place where there was like mold and mildew on some of the stuff, so I had to throw away boxes. Yeah.
Just buy another house. The market is great right now.
Do you keep like silica gel or anything? Well, I was thinking about a joke with that, Dan. Do you keep like silica gel in there or anything to like prevent from like condensation buildup or anything? Or
I'm fortunate in that the area that I live in, it doesn't really have major issues in terms of humidity like that. Like, I guess like those right there, those are good.
Let's reverse.
But I do for like my mezco stuff, I do try to keep the silica in there just in case, only because of, you know, a lot of the majority of the mezco stuff is the soft goods stuff.
Yes.
So I want to try and keep that as dry and safe as possible.
Yeah. Oh no, Dan, I was thinking like a collector, like a collector's wife finds out that he's going to like this other house at night and everything like that, and then she tracks him
rolling
there.
up and it's just toys.
It's not like another woman or anything like that. It's literally just toys everywhere.
Who are you seeing? Really? Ecto-1? Really?
Did you say
Second
Apex
house
Legends?
has a better kitchen island than the freaking main house.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Dustin, it's like we live in a condo right now, guy. Dustin said, "Did you say Apex Legends? Do you collect Apex Legends?"
No, because that's from the video game, right? I think they only had a couple figures come out for the company.
The inferior spinoff of their Titanfall universe is what I'm talking about.
Inferior
Dustin.
spinoff of Fortnite. I'm kidding. Just kidding.
No, I was at that. Yeah, I said that specifically for you, Dustin.
He said Matt.
At the comic shop I was at yesterday, there was like a model, a prop gun for like cosplay on the wall, and I was like, I recognize that thing, and sure enough, it was like the arc gun from Apex Legends, but because I've never played Apex Legends, I was like, oh, that's from Titan. It's from Titanfall. Yeah. I recognized it.
Okay. So I didn't understand. Yeah, you say it all the time, but I don't understand the connection to.
They're both made by Respawn. They both exist within the same universe, or there's overlap. Not entirely sure.
Yeah.
Do you play games at all? Or
yes. I play a multitude of different genres. I'm more comfortable with obviously the first person shooters. I grew up with obviously the Call of Duty. I grew up playing. Had one of my best friends. He was a Xbox guy, so I grew up playing a lot of Gears of War.
Nice.
Back in the old lobbies, which could get pretty chaotic and disrespectful. So I was big into Destiny when it first came out. There's definitely Destiny, what else? Overwatch was another good one. I enjoyed it until Overwatch 2 came out, and then just kind of petered out from there.
That's generally what happened. Yeah, Blizzard dropped the ball.
Destiny 2, actually.
What was that?
I was saying same thing with Destiny 2 as well.
Oh, yeah. 10 years later, it's still going on. Like, oh my god, guys, make a third game or give up.
I do enjoy some MMOs as well. I played the Final Fantasy one for quite a bit. Played what was it? Lineage 2.
Jenkins.
Never actually played WoW though. That's one that I've never really touched into.
It was kind of a segue question, but are you looking forward to the Resident Evil movie?
Yeah. I am now after seeing the most recent trailer and then just kind of putting my mindset into especially because the director, what was his name? Eggers or something. I can't remember. Zach Krieger. He was very vocal about I hear what you guys are saying out there. Obviously, I know I'm saying it modern times, yada yada. And that's coming off from
thing, right?
The last, the cell phone thing. That's coming from the last friggin' Resident Evil movie, because I was legitimately upset with that movie because of how dirty they did Leon, and not to mention just it. When you have something that's as expansive when it comes to something that's literally told to begin with in two different parts, trying to mash them together to make one cohesive freaking abomination is never going to work, and they just completely massacred the character of Leon in that movie as well. Like I liked some of the casting choices they made, but that was like the extent of it. And
now
I feel
kind of want to see it. Now you're making me
didn't-
want to see it. Like, how bad is the Leon character?
I didn't see it, but I think 𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗵 was a good choice for Chris.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like there was good casting choices in there. It's just like the Leon in that movie. Just to answer you, Pete, real quick. Like the Leon in that movie is not the Leon that was in the games at all. Like they might as well have just put some other freaking no name character in there. Like
That's always good news.
I don't know.
He must have died.
No. I mean, the way he was portrayed, he might as well have just killed him off. But it was just they killed. You know what? No, he did die, but not in a way that you would probably expect. The character died, definitely.
They killed me when Nemesis turned into a good guy. Alice was an abomination.
He's talking about the Paul Thomas Anderson movies, not Welcome to Raccoon City. One of the other problems.
Oh man.
Yeah, one of the other problems with Capcom and doing that movie is that Capcom characters can't die. Like you can't do anything permanent to those characters. So like there's no risk. And one of the things that I like about Zach Cregger, I'm a whore for Zach Cregger, I'll admit it. Like I loved Weapons. I really liked Barbarian. I also loved White Skid.
Sex worker.
Miss March, not me. Miss March is a bad movie, but it's still kind of funny enough. Just don't, honestly, even per Zach, and rest in peace Trevor, but like don't watch Miss March. But
that's a ringing endorsement.
But like no, like I think it was smart to go with this character, this guy, because like he could die at the end of the movie and like we get bummed out, but like being that he's vulnerable, like there actually is a threat. And Zach Cregger was at a panel during SDCC where, and it's circulating a lot, but the actor Austin, I forget his last name, but like he almost died while they were making the one scene because they're dropping these 150-pound bags of like blood and viscera onto the cars, and one was like an inch away from his head. Like it would have just straight up killed him if it hit him. Yeah. But like, no, I'm excited. A lot of people are just hating on the fact that it's not the Resident Evil that they grew up with. And I understand those concerns, but I still think people need to give things a chance. And people don't give things a chance.
I don't understand that. Shut up. Stop it.
I have a weird confession to make.
Things. Yeah.
So Austin Abrams, I was introduced to him. So me and my wife like rom-coms that's like our mutual thing that we'll do together. So because the movies that I like, she's probably not going to be into anyway, which is like usually horror or, Marvel stuff or John Wick or whatever. So we kind of find this happy medium. It has to be funny and it has to be a rom-com, right? Because so I got introduced to Austin Abrams from a Netflix show called Dash and Lily. And the guy that originally played Shredder in the TMNT movies was the grandfather in that show. So that kind of reeled me in a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Swear to God.
That's cool.
And now to see him kind of blowing up in Weapons, kind of showing up in Resident Evil is just wild to see the transition from like this rom-com to this horror aspect. It's cool. I like people's growth. I like watching people's journey and stuff like that. So
that's awesome. Yeah. No. My props to that.
I better like this movie.
Did you guys have any questions for our guest or no? No. Was there anything
I did. Oh. One. What is the go-to Puerto Rican meal for you?
You said Puerto Rican meal?
Puerto Rican meal.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Isn't it like chocolate?
It could be small or it could be the whole meal. What do you want? Whatever.
I'd have to go honestly with just the simple staple, just red beans and rice. Just nice and simple. There's just something about it. Like there's, don't get me wrong, there's so much that I absolutely love and miss about, Puerto Rican food. But honestly, just nothing makes me fall back into my childhood and a lot of good memories with just a nice good plate of red beans and rice, because it to me makes me think of my grandmother and a lot of nice memories of just good conversation always flowing around. And rest in peace to my grandfather back when he was still alive. And just it's good because
it's a meal by itself.
Man, Silver 21 came in the chat. Now I got to read this. I'm gonna sound like an asshole.
Pernil, tostones, and arroz con gandules.
Thank you for reading that. Thank you.
Arroz con gandules.
Wait. You said Silver 21.
Arroz con gandules.
That's what it said. Yeah.
Who's the? No. Wait. What?
He's been here They've been here the whole time apparently.
Steve, I'm just gonna tell you again right now. I don't care that I'm live, right? I don't care that all these guys are here right now. All right, everyone else who's all watching, I'm still freaking pissed off that you are eating way more freaking Puerto Rican food than I freaking am.
I cook it here at the house a lot. So yeah, my kids. We're a multiracial family here. My wife is Arabic.
That's awesome.
I'm Puerto Rican, so I try to keep our cuisine as much as in their lives as possible.
Blowing my mind.
I love that.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Honestly, I think red rice and beans is a really good answer because, like, a lot of people, like Dan, get intimidated by stuff that's not just typical white person food.
I'm not intimidated.
Like macaroni and cheese and hot dogs.
I'm not intimidated by you, prick. You fucking asshole. I just don't like eating outside of my comfort zone.
No, I wasn't trying to say like you're afraid of it. Like you go by Taco Bell and you're like, I'm not scared of that.
I don't eat Taco Bell anymore because it's too expensive.
But no, like honestly, red rice and beans is such a good meal to like, it's such a welcoming thing. It's simple and it's delicious. And I think that's a really good jump off point. Like my friend made red rice and beans one time and he made it with like pork chops or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, this is so good.
Rin says Chris is going to last.
One thing I like that a lot of Puerto Ricans don't like is 𝗵𝗫. Have you ever had 𝗵𝗫?
I don't think I have.
It's the blood sausage.
Damn.
With the rice in it.
I would love to try that. I would love to try that at least once.
Good. I love it.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Who cooks the most in your house? You or Rin?
Yeah, I need to eat dinner.
We kind of take turns. I think more or less. I when we first met, I'm sure she's probably gonna try and type it in chat right away. But when we first met, like I couldn't even boil an egg, so I think
you could boil it. You just didn't know when to take it out.
By the way, this is the first time in 4 weeks I could laugh and not want to kill myself. I broke my rib.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't climb step ladders on.
Shut the fuck! Hello. No, I'm on there. Never mind.
But I'm also saying it because I was talking to a coworker and one of his friends, like apparently fell off a step ladder also.
Oh, stupid.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
Oh, you was a kitty cat. Oh, yeah. Rin said earlier about leaving toys and that stuff out. You got 6 rescue cats and they're assholes. So,
yes.
I can't leave it out because my little dachshund is an asshole and he will. Oh, look, I can put this in my mouth. All right. Thanks, buddy. I was also, Rin defended me and said, "'Tis the tism. Safe foods are a thing."
That's fair. I was just making there's some people who just don't eat anything. Like I went to this Uyghur place and I need to go back to another one that is by me. There's a Sri Lankan place out in Manassas that I need to take an adventure to. There's this 62-year-old guy. I've talked about him before, but there's a 62-year-old white guy in Austin, Texas. Dine with Kent on Instagram. He basically just goes around and posts himself eating at all these different ethnic restaurants. Like he talks to some of the staff and everything like that. So like it's really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's such a wholesome video, and like we talk about different things, like just to watch, just to kind of get out of that negative mind space because there are a lot of good things happening, and it's important to keep those in your head too. So, Dan, did you have a question or anything, or no, or?
No, I think I got everything.
Well, no, I was asking, like, essentially, I was going to say, like, is there anything that we didn't ask you that you wanted to talk about It's also an opportunity to plug your podcast, plug yourself, and whatever you want to throw out there. Shut up, Dan.
Myself. Sorry.
I was trying to avoid saying that directly.
Son of a bitch.
No, I just again, we are on. It's on Tats's YouTube. The Financial Mistakes. We are 6 episodes in.
I love that name.
Our next episode is slated for, I believe, slated for August 4th, if I'm remembering right. The next guest that we're going to be having on is 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗄𝗆. I hope I said her name right, if I remember from memory. And just honestly, we appreciate everyone that's been tuning in. We are trying to do our best to grow this out, and as long as the reception stays good, we're open to feedback as well, obviously. But we're excited for this. We're definitely wanting to get more and more individuals on. I believe we already talked, Pete. I think we locked down a date for you to be showing up on there as well in the future. So just if you guys,
I'm familiar with their content, and that's going to be an awesome show. I cannot wait to see the other side blow their fucking heads off. Oh my God. Is that what you're expecting? Are you expecting that?
What?
So Tats and I, in the talks that we have, we know, we've discussed, we know that if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, but it's not going to impact or change, what we want to talk about and what we want to do, because first and foremost, we didn't start all this for their sake,
Right.
And what we're trying to bring to the table in terms of authenticity and just being genuine, it's I like to think of it as a stark contrast to what the other side has been doing, and that is something, a nice segue as well into a video that I'm currently working on. It's in the editing process, that I'm going to be putting out, basically a standalone, I guess you could call it a standalone public service announcement or whatever on the content creator that basically, in my opinion, is at the center of a majority of the controversies, where everything is kind of just rippling out from. And it's not, I want to be very adamant about this, this is not designed to be a hit piece. This is designed to be informative and, just give people a heads up on what they've been doing, what they operate as, what they push out there. And then also offering, through my insight, offering a solution, going forward in terms of how to deal with all this, because, something that Dan brought up several times over the course of all this is just, it can get to be overwhelming. It's a lot. And sometimes, there are moments where it's just you just feel like, fuck, it feels like it's just so much. What can I freaking do? So it's just, I just want to put that out there and just have it. It's not necessarily meant to be just a final say. This is just me saying my piece and trying to be objective and informative about it, because the way I approached it is basically how I've been doing the interviews so far in the past episodes. I've already gone and I've watched their content. I've read up on everything that is publicly available. I've spoken to individuals. I've done the work. I have, I got the answers to the questions that I had. Everything's all put together. The script is there. And it's just a matter of just pushing it out there. So that's something that's kind of important to me at the moment, because I want to be able to push that out there and just, have other people aware of it.
Yeah.
That guy's in deep doo-doo. Yeah. The guy's in trouble, huh? Yeah, Misty, I guess.
Yeah.
So remind me to stay on your good side.
And
well,
maybe
it's information. It's not throwing shade or anything. It's not to besmirch. It's to inform people.
No, well, sometimes the information is you're a terrible piece of garbage.
Well, you don't know who it is, Dan. So
I will find out.
Just wait for that to come out.
Is it about me?
It's okay.
Are you setting me up?
No.
It's okay to be a soft G.I. Joe boy, Dan.
What does that mean?
Pete, what were you saying though?
I don't get it.
Oh no, I was gonna say if it's the person I think you're talking about, and I don't know why we just don't throw the name out there, but
Dick McMunch.
Yeah, I'll just real quick. Just the reason I don't is because I don't want to give power and agency to that. Like I just
right. No, I get okay. But I also see like the association with what I see as another toy company, and maybe I'm wrong. And I don't want to say the toy company's name because I might be completely wrong on this situation, but I want to know that if I'm seeing that, am I right in seeing that?
What was that?
If you've noticed the association of a particular toy company that gives platform to these type of folks. And maybe they're the issue as well.
I mean that correlation can certainly be made, honestly.
Okay.
With everything that I've seen, everything that I've read, it is not far-fetched to go ahead and make that connection, if that makes sense. And again, this came up in part of the conversation that we had yesterday for episode 6. One of the topics that came up was that, I think it's important to acknowledge that if someone is of a certain mindset, operating under a certain set of beliefs, we need to also still kind of be open that if they're receptive enough that they can actually change their ways by being more informed and actually understanding more of what is actually being said, what's being done, actions being taken, stuff like that. So, again, linking it back to like the company, the toy company and stuff like that. Like, I mean, it would be nice if, instead of just sticking to their guns, that, something maybe would kind of change, but knowing the person that is in charge over there, I sincerely doubt that that's going to be the case at all, because I do have a lot of issues with the head honcho of said company as well. So
okay.
Oh my God!
Sometimes you notice things and they all kind of like run together.
Yeah.
You're like, what is there?
Yeah.
I mean, the ratings. I'm in.
I don't even know what you're talking about. But I will say, if you have a podcast and you just openly invite Jake Lang on, and like your first thing isn't to punch him in the face, like, yeah, you're part of the problem.
Don't even. Hi, nice to meet you. I'll fucking stab you in the gut.
Yeah. I increasingly love those guys. The Jam Pod is the clips I see of them are so good.
Speaking of a guy who's chunky, I have never seen a man be so skinny on his legs and so fat on top and talk so much shit that he does. Is Jake Lang. That 𝗂𝗶𝗏, but he won't fall down.
As a friend of mine said years ago, "Weebles, get back up."
One time he's going to do that to somebody, he's not getting up.
Pete, do you remember that?
I know. I just remember the
That's beer
him
pong.
kicking the ice and fucking it up.
Oh yeah, the
That
ice
was-
almost killed him, and he was more out of breath than I am walking to the refrigerator. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was hilarious.
After breaking your rib, you're
After
like,
breaking
"Ugh,
my ribs, I was
one
still breathing
second.
better than Jake Lang kicking at a piece of ice.
I need some water so I can gasp.
Did you just make a Chris reference?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This was a long time ago, dude. Yeah.
I bet.
You won't say the name just to build intrigue so people will tune in to find out who. Yeah, I'm in. I
had to close my browser, by the way, so I can't see the chat anymore because it's like eating the resources on my system.
That's why I use a computer for that.
I'm only, believe it or not, I'm doing all this stuff, and for the first time, the CPU is only at 4.
Let me get some, man.
No, I do actually. I have extra RAM lying around that I have nothing. Not in it.
Let me get some of your CP units.
Let me get some of that RAM, buddy. Come on. All right, I got nothing else. Do you want to talk about stuff at CDC? Do you want to have any more questions, or what do we want to do? Because I was going to show the Resident Evil trailer, but we already went over that.
Yeah.
And
So
it's just me gushing about
basically,
Ghostbusters.
I don't really have any more questions for like the interview or anything. So we're probably going to digress into talking about SDCC. You are more than welcome to stay on and give your feedback on that. We definitely always appreciate someone outside of us sharing their voice. So if you want to stay on for that, you're more than welcome. If you want to bounce and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, I also totally respect that. And if you decide to stay and then you're like, oh God, what did I do? Just be like, hey guys, I got to drop off, or just,
Guys, I gotta go.
Irish goodbye. Just fucking leave.
By the way,
Fuck you guys.
Rin, let me just say this. You are not too talkative for chat. That's you're fantastic. You and Dustin.
She's always
Misty,
worried about that. I tell her she's doing good.
there's a reason we have a chat. We want to engage.
I do have a question. For a Canadian. Do you watch hockey? Does she watch hockey?
How factually accurate is Letterkenny?
No, I just wanted to know if we're gonna get along or if we're gonna fight because of the hockey thing.
I'll wait and see if she responds in
Oh
chat.
shit! Oh no! No!
I wanted to point out real quick. I picked up the Mustang toy Cyclops. I like it.
Well, can you hold it up for more than 3 seconds, please?
3 seconds. 1, 2.
There
3.
you go.
That's
Thank
good.
you.
I like it.
Look at that.
I don't even know what
I've seen reviews. It's like a KO of the the Figma version, Figma Arts version.
Figure Arts. Figma doesn't put out enough figures. Like,
great.
Come on.
I like it.
Oh, num CPU resources.
I didn't even know they made a KO of that guy yet.
Yeah, I didn't know about that either.
There was Mustang toys.
Only during the Olympics.
The first 2 videos I saw of it, they were like bashing the paint apps. Mine came out fine. The joints are great. The color's great. The height could be a little bit more, but I could also make my own peg too. So.
Oh. I don't watch too many sports. I prefer to play. Okay. Well, shit. I used to play, then I destroyed both of my knees. Now I have
we're talking about
fantastic specimen we have before you. All right, so Ghostbuster stuff then. My turn. We'll have to share the page so you guys can look at what I'm drooling at then.
Yes, we are now moving on to SDCC, so spoilies.
Yeah, spoiler alert, everyone. That work? You guys see that? Gotta go. Be well, guys. Thank you, Dustin, for coming in. I appreciate you, buddy. As
Adios.
always.
Thank you, Dustin.
Adios, 𝗀𝗄𝗏.
I'm screwed.
Is that bigger than what you have now?
2 feet long, he said.
This is supposedly 2 feet long. Is for their 1/12 scale figures that they've put out so far, or put out in general. It's
I'll
going
be right
to.
back. Let me do something.
Okay, good. It's going to have the lights. It's going to have the siren. The top is going to come off. It's coming with the Slimer like at the beginning of the show where he runs on rides on top.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go. There's the inside. It's come with the stretcher to put the proton packs. Damn it. God damn it. It's a good, and I mentioned these guys 2 weeks ago when I was telling you about the Mondo's doing the ghosts. And I always said this is a play on, there's also an episode where there's People Busters, where it's the alternate reality. They're doing those too now.
It might be about a half inch or an inch longer than the HasLabs. The HasLab.
Wow.
Sometimes it matters. By the way,
because the box is 24 inches.
Let me tell you how cool this picture is. So in the original episode, Winston is not a ghost in the alternate reality because it's just the 3 of them, and he's the one stuck over there. And there's also no Slimer, and we're all assuming that's the inverse of Slimer standing next to him. And,
that's so good.
And that is probably the second greatest thing they announced. I'm trying to.
How long was the show on the air for?
87 to 91.
Wow.
Yes, dude. I told you the first year they were on, they had 140 episodes commissioned and finished, produced. 12 of them went into syndication. No, 12 of them went on to ABC. The rest of them went out to syndication. And then every season after that was like 12, 15 episodes. But so they're well beyond the 100 episode mark. Like, that's why they still get bought by, I don't know if the syndication rule is even in effect anymore with TV. It used to be 100 episodes, you get syndication. If you don't have 100, you're done. You don't get syndication. I don't know the rules anymore. The Ecto-3, that is canon.
Is that like a Segway thing with the sidecar?
Yes, it is a Segway with a sidecar for Ray and Slimer. And it's underneath the back left panel of the Cadillac. You push a button, it opens up. Ecto-3.
That's cool.
I am holding back so much nerdgasm. It's not.
No. Gasm, please.
I saw that. I can't find the picture of it now, but the top left, the possessed Ecto-1, which they did recreate in Frozen Empire. Which I was sitting there, which I was going, oh, well, when the lights turned red, when the lights turned around, I'm like, that's like the show, because it's like the show. But they're doing the possessed Ecto-1, which was the ghost. You see the entity right there.
Yeah.
The front comes off, that plants on, and like I said, lights and sirens.
Yeah, I'm curious how that.
Oh my
because
God.
like I saw the picture you're talking about, and I'm really curious how. Unless it's actually going to be bigger, because it looks like it was just like such a small section of the front. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
This ain't fucking right, man. I mean, it's awesome.
Oh no, I meant of the prototype.
No. I know. No, I'm saying this is not fair. Because I'm telling you right now, if I knew about this, I would not have gotten the Hasbro, even because it's the Ecto-1A, because I wanted an Ecto-1A and I've coveted the Ecto-1A. I would have gone for the cartoon.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot. Mondo, the figures are so expensive.
And they have the GM license because, by the way, for you guys, if you ever want to see if they have the General Motors license or they don't, if it's got 2 of the bottom emblems underneath the headlights, it's GM license. If it's got 3, they didn't pay for it. That's how they get away with it. They added a 3. There's a couple T-shirts I've had that's had the 3rd. I was like, okay,
nerd.
Sure. Look at the show I'm on. And then I won't really take up too much more time, but they did finally show us the Glowcopter and the Louis Tully Ecto Glow, and the Meanie Weenie. Didn't make that up. That's the name.
That's what my wife calls me.
Dan, a little tidbit that you'll enjoy. When I was watching Ghostbusters Afterlife, Ghostbusters 2016 with my partner, at various times when Patty is speaking, Ty's just like mouthing it like word for word, like, oh boy.
Ty's already a winner in my eyes. When you told me that, I was like, oh good, we're good.
Yeah,
no problem. And then, like the nerd I am, my voice cracked like I'm 12.
Oh boy.
Louis Tully and Janine are getting their own figures finally. I have a Louis Tully somewhere back there in the Ecto-1, but he never got a proper figure. He was like wave 4 or 5. Janine never had a proper figure. we're getting one. I'm
Yeah,
delighted. I'm definitely those I'm getting.
There's one of her sitting at a desk or something, right?
No, there was like there's an old
Oh, the
variant.
Mondo did?
There's
Yeah, that. Yeah.
oh yeah, now
Oh,
there is
yeah.
Janine and the Mondo's Janine, but this is the Kenner throwback, so it's going to match
Okay.
the wave 1 of the original 4.
Oh yeah, I had Dan flipping out about this because I didn't realize that it was only for Pulse Premium at first, and like he's like,
flipping
what
the fuck out.
And then I was like, oh, it's open for everybody now.
I was not.
I forgot that they do that. I
was not happy.
That first hour or two.
Not fucking happy.
And
I do want to shout out
for Hasbro.
I want to show. Oh, and these were the Ghostbusters. Nope, that is the wrong button. That's the Ghostbusters. That's also
not if you want a sidestepper.
I don't really want a sidestepper. Cool. I'm waiting for their ecto goggles though.
Are they smoking or is that smoke coming out of their mouth?
It's spectral.
Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't realize it was coming out of their eyes too.
I do want to shout out. I don't know if you guys saw this because I'm not sure how big of fans you are of Mel Brooks and Spaceballs, particularly. But not only did Rick Moranis show up in full dark, he had the dark helmet on and he got a standing ovation. But they did a mock.
It's so good. Show it.
You saw it?
Yes,
I don't have the video.
So
I couldn't find it.
Oh, there are pictures of it.
Spaceballs.
So,
go ahead.
So basically, do you want me to explain it?
Go ahead. Yes, please.
So as the Marvel movies show out their plan where they have the timeline of all the different movies, they did the same thing for Spaceballs. It's showing like the future 90 years of Spaceball movie. Here it is. It's so good.
This is also shout out to Kevin Smith. He was the moderator.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was nerding out big time, and I couldn't have been happier. So yeah, Spaceball. The Winnebago Knights was cracking Kelly up.
Yeah, 2031.
I like Dark Helmet Origins.
Probably. Who knows?
Even younger, youngest, where it all began. Spaceballs for kids.
Oh my!
Spaceballs, the Snyder cut.
It's so good. It's such a good joke that they did.
They had, and then as a joke, they split up like 4 other pages of stuff that had references to different things. 2 space, 2 balls. Like
Fast and Furious.
Too Fast and Furious. They just went on and they called it what do they call it? Oh shit! The acronym is ASS for the whole universe. I was like, oh my god,
a Spaceball saga or something like that.
Something like that. Yes,
it would be crazy if it was a Spaceball story, like making fun of Star Wars. There,
I was like, I missed it. The only other thing I thought was really the only other big cool. I do like the Mog, the last Mog standing. A reference to John Candy's character. I think his son is going to be in it.
I'm my own best friend.
I'm my own best friend. The franchise menace. I forgot how much that was making me laugh. But this is only the only thing in second place to my favorite moment of stuff coming out, which we already talked about. Avengers was there was a Deadpool walking around at San Diego Comic-Con. Blue Deadpool in denim.
X-Force.
He wasn't speaking.
Canadian tuxedo. Yeah.
He wasn't speaking, but people were taking pictures. He was on the floor. Yes, he was on the floor taking pictures of everybody, and people were sending pictures and saying he has 2 handlers. I don't know why, and people were responding. It's fucking Ryan. It's Ryan Reynolds. Go talk. They are during the Avengers Doomsday panel. All of a sudden, Robert Downey Jr. goes, "Who's this guy with all the swords and shit?" And he just goes, "Somebody get him a mic." He goes, "I have one." And everybody knew it was him. And he goes, long time listener, first time caller, which kills me. And he goes, "Hey, this looks expensive. When do you start shooting?" And he goes, and they replied, "Well, it's done. We're done." He goes, Oh, you don't have any. Oh. And then he said, "Happy? Get the Audi. We're leaving." And he just leaves. It was perfectly
years ago. Bryan Cranston was walking around like SDCC.
Oh, the mask. Yes.
Yeah, wearing a Heisenberg mask, and then like people would take a picture of it, and then there's another picture where like he takes it off, and it's really Bryan Cranston. Yeah,
it's on the panel. He shows up to the panel with the mask on, and then and like halfway through the intro, they go, "And who's this guy?" And he walks up. He does the Doctor Doom thing. He walks up, does this, and then pulls it off, and it's actually Bryan Cranston. Yeah, and everybody loses their mind. Stuff like that. That's awesome. That makes me still like Comic-Con. Because you get all the exclusive stuff, and it really puts me out.
Hey,
I'm like,
if we start now, we might be able to go to SDCC in 3 years.
Not likely. Probably not.
Well, no, I'm making a joke because when I did look into it, like for some reason, if you've already been there, you get priority ticket opportunity. Like it's a weird.
I'm not gonna harp on it because it's a downer, but that sucks. Never mind.
And it's in California. So
it's also in California. I don't want to be in California. I'm already too hot in Virginia. I don't want to be here.
Dear license milking God, Brooke is a fucking genius.
He has a lot to do with this. And I'm assuming they were like, "Do you want to go to San Diego?" He's like, "No, I don't want to go." So he didn't go. But yeah,
Brooks is a mess there.
I wasn't like not excited for it, but I was like, I don't know what I had to feel about this. And the more I see about it, the more I see blurbs and stuff they're putting out, I'm like, we're good. This is gonna be fine.
About what?
About the movie Spaceballs 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The more and you have to remember, the original one bombed. It came out in '85, so it was 2 years after Jedi. It was in between Star Trek movies, so it was like it came out on its own, and nobody saw it. And that became a video, like mega hit on video. And now we're getting this goddamn sequel 41 years later. Hey, by the way, Spider-Man comes out Friday.
Gives us hope for a third Independence Day movie.
No, nobody thought that. No, I don't think nobody said that. How is Data still alive in the second one? Can somebody explain that to me real quick? He dies.
He's not in the second Independence Day movie.
He's in the trailer. The actor that plays Data, dude. The doctor with the long hair and the glasses.
Oh, he's in a coma. He doesn't die. I didn't realize that was the guy who played Data.
Oh, yeah. That's Brent
Also, in the sequel, he's gay and married in the sequel.
That sounds like Brent. Yeah, he would do that on purpose. He is one of those guys that's like, oh, you think woke's annoying? Watch this. And then he throws it in your face because he's fuck you.
He's such a terrible character, man.
He made me cry twice. I hate him. He made me cry twice. People don't like the movie Nemesis, but I cried at the end when he sacrificed himself. And then at the end of season 1 of Picard, I'm bawling again like a child because we have to relive this shit. I'm like, thanks, Brent. I just appreciate that. Great. Thanks, Brent and Patrick. Go fuck yourselves. Then they kill Q. Spoiler alert. Oh my God. Just a crying ball. Anyway. Kitty cat.
Did you say you're a crying ball?
Yes, I did. It only lends to the status as a cult classic. My other favorite movie of his, Rin says, is History of the World Part 1. Not enough people talk about History of the World Part 1. That's such a good one.
It's a little too musical for me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you hate musicals. I forgot. Except Sinners.
The Inquisition.
Did you like Producers?
My mom just texted me. Goes, "Hi, Hito. How are you? I know that when you were a child, we bought the He-Man toys, but did we ever buy you the Skull Castle?" I said, "No."
Wow.
How do you not get me
I'm
Skull
still
Mountain?
pissed off about it.
That's the one that Kelly wanted. She never got it. She's like, I wanted Skull Mountain. They never fucking gave it to me. I'm like, I'm sorry. I had Gray Skull. And
for some reason, I really wanted the Technodrome.
And for some reason, it came with slime like the Ghostbusters Firehouse, and I still don't know why.
How deep in the SDCC are we going?
I'm good if that's it, because there's like 4,000 other things.
There is so much.
Do you guys want to bring up a particular, and I can look for it and bring it up on screen, or
Can we just do like a in memoriam segment where we just kind of like speed run through a slideshow of things that are coming out, like a conveyor belt, and we're just like, oh man.
How much of the Jada Toys Invincible stuff did we actually show? Did we show all of it?
I showed the pictures that were up there. Yes,
because we saw like Battle Cat and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. So. Hold on. Let me,
Oliver.
I'll double check. Hold on. What's F? Oh, Control F. Okay,
you see Super 7's doing a Battle Cat too?
That'll probably look great.
So Toy Arc actually has pictures of the yellow suit.
Yeah, that's what. Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But it's not the head though. The head is unmasked, right? Yeah.
No, they're going to include the head. Come on, Pete.
Not like a little head, Pete.
No, they're going to play with my emotions, and they're going to do it the next week.
I won't lie. I'm bummed that Battle Cat apparently never battles like Omni-Man or. I
just remember Jada Toys did a head pack for the Street Fighter 2 where they lose, and I bought that.
Yeah.
Will they screw me over like this? Are they going to give me a Mark head in a box?
By the way, Ren, I love musicals. Matt doesn't.
Big Mark.
I'm in on it. I'm good. Tell him Cinders is a musical.
These look great. Ideas, These look so good. Good for fucking Jada Toys.
They really do look good. That's why I'm saying, like, if their cars got better, I'd be like a Jada dude tomorrow.
I already pre-ordered two of the two that are on Big Bad Toy Store. It's
helpful if I showed it.
Look at that drag. Look at that.
Okay. Right. I would pre-order Scooby-Doo almost immediately.
I'm mistaking Thrag for someone else. Also, I really like Al's. That's Al. God, I haven't watched in a while.
Alf is on Invincible?
No. What's Seth Rogen's character's name?
Alan the Alien.
Oh, Alan. Yeah. I like how he's the Invincible Units versus Doomsday. Like it's so random. Like he doesn't die, he just gets stronger.
Yeah.
I like that there's a whole display case for two figures.
It looks like I think the thing was they were going to fill it out a little bit more each day as like reveals came out. Yeah.
Mentally, I went to like, this is the danger room and these two are about to fight.
Was it Rocket Boy and Strider? Is that it?
Astro Boy.
Astro Boy, thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Wow. That looks great.
I haven't gone into their Mega Man figures.
Those are very clean.
Because I don't need them.
I need Final Fight guy. All right. I appreciate the alpha stuff. I need Final Fight guy.
You know,
they're Cody and a Hagar. Thanks.
You know they're redoing Queen of the Damned, Ren. Just like the others, the Interview with the Vampire series, they have the
I did see that.
Lestat series. Now they're doing Queen of the Damned, and I'll say I'm kind of excited, like that.
They're setting a new status quo for vampire movies, I guess.
How many movies do we need to qualify for a vampire musicals genre? We're at it. We're good now. Sinners is what, like 4 hours, so that counts.
It's not that long.
No, it's not.
Honestly, all the toy reveals have been great. The ones that got me though are the Doomsday casting, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a bit.
What do you mean?
What
do you mean?
I hate myself. On Sideshow Collectibles, they already have the Hot Toys up for pre-order, and I already put one in my cart.
For what?
For Doomsday.
What? Oh, will somebody please tell me what we're talking about exactly so I can find it?
Avengers Doomsday figures were revealed.
Oh, the figures were revealed.
Yeah,
he said cast, and I was confused.
Ryan Gosling is going to be the new Ghost Rider.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood where you were going with that.
Okay, he did say cast. I didn't think I was.
What was it? David Johnson's going to be the new Black Panther.
Yes,
I think that's a good casting choice. He was really good as the droid and
isn't he going to be T'Challa's son?
Yeah.
That's badass.
How's that going to work though?
Well, see, when a man and woman love each other,
well, but is it Earth 616?
The only thing is, Damson Idris was rumored to be the new Black Panther for the longest time, and I was already set on.
I have information for you. I have information about that.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. No, because Craig and Derek were talking about it in the 𝗖𝗍𝗍 chat. And apparently there's some drama. Hold on.
Oh, the tea, girl.
I do have a theory.
There, go ahead. Good, because I have to look for this. Go ahead.
Robert Downey Jr. is not actually Victor Von Doom.
That's what I said like a year ago.
He's a dude playing another dude disguised as
another dude.
Doctor Strange is actually Victor Von Doom.
Huh.
Oh, is he fucking with... Are you being serious, or are you just saying that to fuck with us?
That's a theory that's kind of circulating.
Because I like that.
And in the Sideshow collectibles, they show him with a book, but it's just a concept art.
Okay, I have it.
It's labeled as a concept art book.
Hearing the reason Ryan Coogler didn't choose, and Coogler's coming back to direct the third one. He didn't choose Damson Idris as Black Panther is because he's close with Michael B. Jordan, who supposedly had beef with Idris because he dated his ex-girlfriend Lori Harvey. There you go.
He and Michael B. Jordan are like BFFs, so
yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm like, yeah,
I wouldn't get in the way of that.
I wouldn't.
Like they do great work together.
Well, I mean, they're not doing any more work together. He's dead.
Who? Michael B. Jordan?
No, never mind.
Killmonger was dead in Black Panther 2, and he's in that.
Yeah, I know. Never mind.
Awesome reveal,
What's up, buddy?
I tried. What?
I didn't like Black Panther 2 at all, but I did like that was his cameo, and like it made Shuri even more struggle with herself. Like, why do I have this guy? Now, in my visions of the afterlife, why do I see Killmonger of all people?
Now,
there's parts of Black Panther 2 I like.
No, I always assumed he wasn't really dead anyway. I know he dies, and I know they don't really die, but I'm still not convinced he is dead. And I don't want him to die because I really liked his character.
He's dead as far as we know, but if they're doing a hard reset, Pete, we get your precious Baron von Strucker back.
Who?
So, von Strucker.
Who's that?
The one that Pete cries about whenever he thinks of Age of Ultron.
True.
It's a very good movie.
Only because, like, I think I started watching Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and it kind of started off with Von Strucker releasing everybody from the raft.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, man, Von Strucker's a G, bro. Like, then they just killed him off.
Mondo's doing Marvel as well. I don't know. That's not.
Well, they've been doing the X-Men figures.
Yeah.
But like TMNT, like Too Much Toy News said, the articulation, and I've said many a time, the articulation is not good on Mondo figures.
I love that this was DC and Marvel, but the first thing on there is DC. Thank you, Toy.
You get
good.
A 90-degree single hinge joint on that Batman figure. Awesome. Same on that Spider-Man. Awesome. Yeah. It's not a 1/6 figure that you could. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Never mind. Let's take it back.
Is Mondo doing Dark Knight Returns? Ooh.
Everyone's doing Dark Knight Returns.
So?
Mezco's bringing it back.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Wow.
Okay, I need that.
What is this? It's fucking hilarious. He's got the shirtless Gambit and Wolverine in the background. That's hilarious.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, and Mondo does so many things really well. It's their articulation that just.
That's why it's annoying. We were when they were first coming out with the Ghostbuster stuff, and I was talking about prices. I'm like, God damn it! If it was a little bit cheaper.
Like that's how I'll try to not get you to buy the overpriced Mondo figures. Dan is literally their arms are going to do this. You might not even get a full.
Can I tell you? It's not. That doesn't deter me.
I don't care. You're not. You don't do
look at what the proton packs look like. It's like the cartoon came to life.
You understand this? Like you don't do anything.
Okay,
crazy.
I'm just gonna look at him and go.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I buy Hot Toys, so I can't really say anything.
I am gonna hit the button on the Ecto one every now and then, like I do with the one back there, and go. Look at all the lights.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else want to have had anything about them?
Nothing.
Oh, I did want to actually. I did one more thing. Oh God, that's not the button I pressed. Okay, it is the button I pressed. Cindy,
is that her today?
Yes.
I was like,
she still looks that good.
Yeah, Cyndi Lauper. Goddamn it,
Lauper. Jesus Christ. It's funny because I saw the set and I was like, I really want that Cyndi Lauper figure. I don't know what I would do with it, but
all of that.
What is this?
Oh,
it's kind of like the girls just want to have fun video.
It is the girls just want to have fun.
Oh.
Cyndi Lauper was the reason everybody talks about Hulk Hogan is the reason that wrestling and rock and roll. I always contended if you don't have a good heel, you don't have a good guy. And without Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan would have been shit. And at the same time, they had an MTV merge where wrestlers were showing up in music videos. And Cyndi Lauper, there's two. There's Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and there's another one. And I'm pretty sure it's the song from the Goonies.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fairly certain the wrestlers are in that one. But there was a storyline on TV, and this is in 85, so people are like, my God, this is really happening, where she's awarded a gold record, and Roddy Piper comes out, talks shit, takes the gold record, and tries to hit her with it, but instead hits Lou Albano with it, and breaks the gold record. So that was enough to start off the feud. That was it.
So that is Roddy Piper there?
That is Roddy Piper, yes.
Okay, I thought so, but I was like, it doesn't really look like him.
No, yeah. Yeah, it's not a good Piper, but that's fantastic. Lou Albano, if you didn't know, later on, about 10 years later, Lou Albano was Mario in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
I thought that was one of the Allman Brothers.
I'm not acknowledging that one. Shut up. No, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. That's all I got. I mean, there are literally hundreds of other pages that.
Yeah, like we could do a 3-hour dive.
Hey, you want to talk about McFarlane stuff?
Usually are 3-hour.
You want to talk about McFarlane video game figures?
No, if you're gonna bring up anything else, I would ask it be like the Mezco, because Mezco did.
I'll bring up give me stretch. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. I'll bring up Mezco.
I was excited for the Mayfec stuff. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I posted that they're doing a Colossus, right? But they're doing thigh swivel now. They have a joint.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah.
How do I not?
I won't lie. Like, I'm bummed. That's I love my Mayfec Spider-Man, but I'm bummed that he doesn't have thigh swivel at all. Like, thigh swivel, it's an unsightly point of articulation, to be fair, but
I remembered something.
Yeah. They're doing the cavity where it goes into the thigh and that rotates around the piece.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I lied. I have one more thing. Remember a couple months ago when I brought up the Nacelle Star Trek figures? Each of them was coming with a built-in Enterprise bridge. Remember that? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's huge. Like, you can't see the people that are standing next to it.
I can't find that picture now.
It's this big. It's enormous.
You can build it up together. I see it.
Every figure comes with a panel, and it just fits together, and then the final piece is the centerpiece with the helm console and the captain's chair. And
those figures are 1/10 scale, or are they 1/12?
That I don't remember.
They were 1/12.
Okay, they might be, but either way, this thing is huge.
I can't find
They're literally two guys standing next to it. It looks like it's like 2 feet across,
and their figures look amazing.
It's ginormous.
Jeez.
Got to get that Uhura with the very rarely used phaser rifle from the original series. Not used enough. Oh goddamn, Catherine Janeway. Yeah,
they do a whole bunch of the Star Trek figures, not just the original ones. Yeah. Nacelle has.
What scale is this?
I don't know. Rin is reacting.
Let me see if I can scan the QR code real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, that Janeway. Yeah.
Janeway looks. Yeah, that's badass Janeway right there too. Who the fuck? Did you get it? I'm sorry.
Alternate
a year ago on Reddit, someone posted anyone else excited about Nacelle's new 6-inch Star Trek line. So
Yeah.
Okay.
It just brings you up to a waiting list.
I forgot I have to order those so I get the Genesis device. There, I got the references. We're moving on. Edwin, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm obsessed with the band Genesis disgustingly, and I figure a way to get a reference into something about it every week. Or Ghostbusters.
Good.
It just happens to be Genesis. It was the device
Now,
in Star Trek 2.
You see, this says it's a 1/10 scale figure for Montgomery.
That can't be just 6 inches as big as that is.
Oh wait,
That's what
wait.
she
This
said.
is Peter. This is Peter Preston. No, but that's why I'm saying like it's a 1/10 scale because that's a little bit bigger than.
Why is RFK over there? If only go where no man's gone before.
The Rockaway Creek Park, whatever it's called. Yeah, these are 1/10 scale.
Yeah, these are the Wave 1 ones from
Yeah.
last year.
They're 1/10, so they're about like an 8-inch scale, which also explains why that thing is so ginormous.
It's giant. It's giant. There you go, Pete.
Cowboys and Moo Mesa.
I know you.
It's gigantic.
Oh, wow.
It's like a porpoise.
Biker Mars from Mars. Biker Mars from Mars.
Biker Mars from Mice.
Biker Mars from.
I never got into those.
I watched some
don't
of it as a
remember.
kid, but then they put out like Cowboys and Moon Mesa and stuff, and like there was too much. It was like Street
Eat your
Sharks
heart
and
out,
stuff.
build a figure. Hold on, I'm gonna find that picture just so I can show you guys the scale, and then I am done after that. And I got nothing else, unless you want to talk about Phil Collins. I got about 4 hours of material for you. That's
Who's
a lie.
Phil
It's like,
Collins?
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Do it. But like do it so that like the timing is convenient so that you're out here for something else.
Something else.
Being that you live an
I mean,
hour
it's
and a half
convenient.
away. Yeah, there it is. That's how big it is.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
It's enormous.
Yeah.
That is huge.
And I was like, I don't know, I'm on the fence about it. And then I sent that picture to Matt last night. I was like, shit.
Yeah. Jump shit or get off the pot, dude. It's Mondo or Nacelle at this point.
I-
Don't use a step ladder.
Motherfucker, man. One time, trained in the fire department on ladders. One time, I don't wear shoes. I fall and break a rib. Awesome.
That said, you already have limited space for like the Mondo stuff. I don't have space for this thing, and I collect Prime 1 studio statues.
Genesis's biggest hit came out the month of my birth. In the UK or the United States?
Who's saying this?
Rin.
Bryn is from Canada.
Shit. That opens up the whole thing. Fuck. 86? She born in 86?
And I know it from Super Troopers 2 that they got their independence in like 1986 or something.
Make them. Whoa. Make who watch Tarzan? Like I haven't watched that movie.
I will be watching Super Troopers 3.
Oh,
by the
you
way.
haven't watched Tarzan.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch Super Troopers 3.
Edwin, you won't watch Tarzan?
Tarzan?
Yeah. Phil Collins did the Disney's Tarzan. Phil Collins did the
Oh, the animated Tarzan.
Yeah, animated
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Listen, real quick, and then I really am going to shut up. I hold a special place in my heart for that movie because my dad raised me on Phil Collins. We went to see it in a drive-in out in Lancaster, PA. And I'm assuming, Phil's voice is going to be on like one song. And then the Walt Disney Pictures logo happens, and you hear and then you start hearing the drums pick up. I was like,
Yeah, he heavily collaborated
Ooh.
with Backstreet Boys or NSYNC or whoever.
it was 98 degrees.
They're the same thing.
Trash in the camp.
All I know is Dan saw that soundtrack and he was like, "You'll be in my heart."
Always.
Yeah.
Ren, we're gonna have to talk offline because I need to pinpoint. I'm assuming it's Invisible Touch. That's their biggest hit, unfortunately.
This is also why like a D&D campaign with Dan would never work.
I told you.
I'd have to create the richest backstories for all the NPCs. Like Dan's gonna be like, "Why are they throwing that out?" I'm like, "Oh god, no. They sense your interest and run away."
Am I what? Ren, we're gonna have to talk. Ren, Dan Law 83 on all social media. I got it. We got to talk about this single here. I got to know. Anyway, that's all I got.
Yeah, your birth date is PII, man.
Bill Collins was born in Hounslow, 1951. Philip David Charles Collins. Anything else?
I thought you were pulling up Mezco, but then you were like, "Oh,
I
Nacelle."
can't find the Mezco stuff.
𝗖𝗍. I'm gonna send you a link. You
Oh,
little
okay, fine. Whoever said who is Colin? Oh no, that's Matt being a smartass. Matt's
I
very.
said Phil. I said 𝗃𝗐𝗋𝗋𝗄𝗋.
By the way, Matt's very familiar with Collins now. I'm very proud. I'm not picking on him. I'm very proud of that because
everybody
No,
knows
but-
Phil Collins
no,
and
but I mean,
Genesis because
you were-
every store you walk into, it's playing.
I never hear that one. I usually hear In the Air Tonight or Taking Off Today. I will say this. I'm not putting Matt down, but I was very proud as a Genesis fan when he was like, "Why doesn't anybody talk about his voice? He's an amazing singer." I'm like, "I don't know. You tell me. I don't fucking know." May '86. I knew it.
May 86? Holy hell! No, I'm sending you a different link, Dan.
Okay.
On fascist book.
We're never going to end
What?
this. This has happened, by the way, Edwin, happens every week. We're going to end the show. 20 hours later, we're still talking.
Sorry, this is something I didn't know was a thing. I don't think any of us knew about it, but it's Hiya Toys, and there's a Starship Troopers figure in there.
Is it naked?
That bug menace must be stopped.
Never forget going to see that with my stepfather, and then all of a sudden, well, there's dick and tits everywhere. Holy shit!
Are there phalluses in that movie?
Yeah.
I know it's co-ed showers.
Yes, there's slightly phalluses in that movie, and I was like, nice movie.
I know there's
Good.
boobalinas, but
Oh no, it's gratuitous
gotcha.
in the best way possible, in the sleaziest way possible.
And
I'm
it's
getting there. I'm getting
somehow more progressive, despite the rhetoric in that movie. It's
Isn't that funny?
It's more progressive than like we are now.
Isn't that funny how that works out?
Oh man,
Right?
Bug.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Any bigger?
I know
picture?
there's a lot of like kaiju stuff
The
in
bigger
here,
picture.
but
the bigger picture.
wow.
Where is
Is that
it?
their first foray into Starship Troopers, or?
Yes.
Oh shit! There it is.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because like nobody does these. Figma occasionally puts out like a staged one where like I think you might be able to move the legs a little bit, but it's largely just a non-articulated figure. This looks awesome. And like kind of what I was saying before, their kaiju figures have been really good. I've been very happy with them. I don't really care about Godzilla Ultima too much because I didn't watch Godzilla Singular Point. I don't really watch anime or anything, but like the warrior bug is very cool.
That's really cool looking.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how close it
I would
looks.
buy multiples in a heartbeat.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's definitely an army builder. That's so sick.
I didn't realize how close it looked like the graboid from Tremor. A little bit at the front. The mouth is kind of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the bug's biology makes no sense. How does that thing chew or
I
eat
don't
or
know.
swallow? Like,
I don't know. It doesn't need to make sense.
I know.
Who cares?
Is there anything else? Can you scroll through a
It's
little
really
bit?
just those. Oh, there you go.
I meant just like go through what else they have.
Blue eyes.
Digimon.
Whoa.
Oh.
Hiya Toys is doing Yu-Gi-Oh.
See, this is why I was like, that's why we go through.
Okay.
Like-
yeah, that's why we go through. Sure.
Well, no, but like Pete's
know.
like, yay.
I know.
Pete's like, yay, kaiju. And I'm like, yay, Digimon. But the Yu-Gi-Oh figure, like, yeah, we don't know what
Rin says he lives with me. This is his whole life.
Oh, that's not Digimon. It's Yu-Gi-Oh. You see, I don't know anything about it.
I knew.
I wonder-
knew it was you.
I wonder if my wife was in the chat. What would she put me on blast for?
Probably everything. I'll hang up now, or I've got to go, and I'm still talking 2 hours later. That's Rin.
Oh no! I feel like she already knows, but my buddies like to make fun of because I'm a big Sailor Moon fan. Nah, I don't give a shit. I'm like, all right.
Why are you not allowed to be like Sailor Moon?
Because it's like a girl show, I guess. It's fine.
You're
It's
not a
like-
sailor man.
Well, you know how I feel about the gender thing, about how this has to be a boy, this has to be a girl. No, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
no.
Shut up.
Yeah, I don't care. I really don't.
Doesn't it? Just
Oh,
It's
Attack
too
on
hard to
Titan.
offend me.
I
Steven
don't
pissed me
care.
off. Well, it's not hard to. It's
I
hard
don't-
to offend me.
I don't really care about anime, but these figures look really good too. Man, Hiya, man.
You don't
These are
care
gonna be
about
1/6.
animation in
It's
general,
nice.
to be fair.
It's nice to see Hiya Toys branching out like this, though.
Yeah, well, a lot of times I say that about like Hiya and some other studios. That's IPs that people really aren't like doing, and I like Mega Man. There are a few of them, but like But like Attack on Titan, I think SHF is the only one that's doing that figure line.
Refresh my memory. Haya did the Rainbow figures.
Yeah, Rambo. They did the Apollo Creed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got both of those Rainbows. I forgot.
Yeah, the Universal Soldier one.
Rin said, "Oh no, money with wings, money flying out the door. That's putting me on blast."
Yeah, these guys look like I'm trying to stay away from the Mega Man figures because I don't need another thing.
You know you want.
What are they advertising behind them? It looks like generic ninja bodies with animal.
Dude,
head.
This is a KB Toys panel too, which blows my mind.
KB Toys still has a.
That's what I'm like. What?
That's awesome.
Who dug that grave? Who dug up that grave?
No, I mean, I loved KB Toys. Oh yeah, look right there.
If
KB Toys,
that's his crotch.
That's
dude.
crazy.
Right behind it, you schmuck.
If Toys R Us can come back from the dead a few years later, then I think KB Toys can come back as a rotten zombie and do okay.
It's the other way around because I don't have the bad feelings I have as I do.
You know, I can see KB working better than Toys. Well, no, you know what? Toys R Us is awesome, man. I'll shut up.
No, it's not.
It wasn't until I worked there.
I know, but just like the general feeling back when we were kids walking into that shit.
It's nice to go into a store that's literally all toys and everything like that. And
right?
Yeah, like that's very cool. But like they're also like, well, we're an exclusive store, so we're allowed to have overpriced things.
Also, for a store to have overpriced things, it might be nice to dust the place once in a while.
Yeah.
I know.
Some Jew. That 𝗶𝗄𝗄𝗵𝗁 looks so good.
Also, to not steal Mountain Dews every day.
Hmm.
And leave your daughter at home to go to Florida. Am I saying too much?
You're saying a bit much.
All right.
I don't really like that Godzilla's face. 𝗶𝗄𝗁𝗁 looks awesome.
I don't like. It looks like it's going.
Reverse water fountain.
What's he doing?
Yeah. They did such a good job with that, though.
I missed the face. I heard the sound. I was like, oh, boy.
Rin says, ask him about his high school card days.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no, we don't need to talk about it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we don't need to put him on blast like that. We don't get invasive.
Wow.
I got bit by the Pogs when they were popular. Remember those?
Pogs are popular now. I Google Pog. Oh,
stop it.
Slammers.
I got your joke. Never mind.
No, dude, I had a really cool slammer that was like a saw blade, and it was a cobra wrapped around like a skull or an 8-ball.
I'm trying to say some subject. Let me laugh a little bit. Hold up.
I'm still into Pogs. Hold on, let me. Let me clear my cache in internet history real quick.
I think I let my Contra figures cancel because I was like, these guys, they look cool, but I don't need.
Why are we getting
the Operation Gulag ones they announced last year?
Are we getting RoboCop?
Onimusha, what's that? Show me.
Wait, what? Onimusha, where? What?
Yeah, see the sign right for Godzilla? Yeah, what's that?
Dan, can you go back at some of the pictures?
No, it's like right next to the Godzilla one. You just showed it.
No, but the wording is there.
Yeah,
like
that's it.
I was saying, like start from the end of the pictures and work backwards, and maybe no, it's just a lot of kaiju stuff.
I'm good with my finger.
Okay, I'm gonna get epileptic.
Promise. I don't.
Tchotchkes.
I don't think
they might have just announced that. I don't think they had any renders for Onimusha.
Rin says, I miss my shiny slammers. Yeah, it's not listed in this. I think it's just an advertisement for something later, Matt.
Oh, man.
All right.
Whoa, that's that third party one we went over a while ago.
Getting old, Dan.
We're getting old. What do you mean?
Our birthdays are coming up.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I never mind. I know what I'm getting from my mom. On the day that LeBron James got signed to the Sixers, she's like, what do you want for your birthday? I was like, I would like this jersey, please. Listen. I don't care He's one of the greatest basketball players ever lived, and he picked Philadelphia. I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks after that. He has a track record that makes me excited. But past that, he's the greatest basketball player that ever lived in modern times. Arguably, of course, Michael Jordan. And he's playing on the goddamn Sixers. I'm excited. That makes me happy. With Embiid and Maxey, boop, I'm a very happy man. I have a happy little boy. Now, if the Flyers could, if anybody who's getting paid millions of dollars on the Phillies could wake up. Anyway, sorry, it's a whole other.
Yeah,
podcast.
I can't find anything on the that Onimusha announcement.
By the way, guys, you know this guy has a name?
Yeah,
Michelin. He sells tires.
Moogly.
Oh,
this is a Build-A-Figure, by the way. I forgot. All right, I'm done. I got nothing else. I'm gonna go eat chocolate.
All right, let me close out. If you guys want to hear more of our thoughts, tune in Sundays at 7 p.m. live on YouTube. Head to shadowmoses112.com to add our accessories to your collection.
be sure to check out the Financial Mistakes podcast.
I'm not there yet. I have a script. Or sign to our Instagram to see the current projects we're working on. Check out TGVahn and Tats and Toys on Financial Mistakes Podcast and look out for the phenomenal photography on Instagram. Thank you guys for joining us on another Sunday. Have a good night. Fuck you, Matt.
Mine was more heartfelt.